Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are from the 17th until the 23rd of February 2020. So these weekly horoscope tarot card readings are for the period or a stage in between the 17th and the 23rd of February 2020. And of course, I'm going to start with a gorgeous Aries. My beautiful Aries, my gorgeous Aries, I have to say that this is a quite important week for you, because a quite significant start is actually going to take place, and this is going to happen, this is going to manifest, this is going to come through from the moment you receive a news, from the moment you receive a news at the beginning of the week. This is also going to be the beginning of this unfoldment, the beginning of this change, which is immediately going to help you to actually have a conclusion to a certain problem that was really bringing you down, but in particular it was really affecting you for the last 3 months. Whether you realize this or not, the bottom line is that there is going to be a lovely, a very important and very interesting solution to a problem that you're actually going to have. This is going to be an important conclusion, because at the same time you're going to release yourself, at the same time you're going to feel so much better, at the same time you're going to have the return of the optimism, and that is going to be very motivating moment in time for you, because it's going to bring you an inspiration, it's going to bring you a rather vavavumish feeling, and in particular when it comes to the actual future planning. I'm not talking about 10 years in 10 years time, I am talking about the future planning within the next few months. This is going to be important because it's an idea, it's an opportunity, it's an option that you're going to have, and roughly towards the end of the week, towards the end of this week in particular, this is going to be a lot on your mind, because something is going to start making sense to you that it didn't make sense to you before through this particular experience. And that's why I'm saying this to you, because this idea that you're going to have, it's like an opportunity, but very important, because most certainly later on in the year it's going to take off, but it's going to have direct impact or direct influence on your actual security and power, which means that this is absolutely brilliant moment in time, and it is going to be the step in the right direction. It's to do a lot with your own prosperity, security and power, and most certainly well-being and luxury at the same time. This is so important because it's just basically like it's going to give you a reason to feel really good. It's going to bring you the reason to feel excited. I'm not saying that you didn't have a reason to be excited, but this is most certainly going to refresh you so much. It's going to refresh your energy, it's going to refresh your power, it's going to refresh your memory at the same time, which is going to make you to have a strong connection with the past. This is nothing unusual, but in particular with the past when it comes to your childhood, but in particular when it comes to those times and those stages and those parts of your life when you were really excited and really happy. Again, I'm not saying that you are not excited or happy, but there is some very strong connection with the childhood that you are going to feel, which means something is going to be required from you, and it's to do with a certain connection, and it's to do with somebody. And it's to do with someone who you know for a really long time. Someone is just going to need you. Someone is going to need your advice. Somebody is going to need a little bit of your energy as well. So it's important for you to kind of help out to anybody who needs or who may need help this week in particular. If it comes to you like subconsciously, oh my God, if you're worried about somebody, this is nothing unusual. It is the number 17, that is the beginning of this week, which is a sacred week indeed. Number 1, it's a powerful number. Number 7, it's a highly angelic number. So yes, there will be quite wonderful things happening, in particular when it comes to your own energy. and your own healing projection as well. Okay, what else I was going to say, it's going to be really brilliant because for once, there is a certain problem. It's going to come to an end when it comes to people around you, when it comes to your family members and things like that. So if one particular problem is going to come to an end, and that is also going to be really good time for you because it's going to put a rather big smile on your face. And I know this is going to mean to you so much because you're going to be able to release yourself from the certain negativity, which is going to kind of like have such a nice and wonderful impact on you when it comes to the certain promise, when it comes to the certain unfoldment and wake up call that you wouldn't have otherwise. It's very important because it's also going to start a time of unfoldment. Let me just tell you something, that you are reaching an important stage of your life, my gorgeous Aries, and through your own success this week, there is going to be the accomplishment that you're going to do quite well, and it's going to unfold at around the end of the week. And this is really important because it's going to help you to reflect on your life in a slightly different way, which is going to be absolutely perfect. But on another hand, it's going to provide you, this is the bottom line, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to provide you to make a necessary change or to start focusing on a big change that you always wanted to do, that you always wanted to make, that you always wanted to start, that you always wanted to be part of, but it's just to do with your home, it's to do with your family, and it's to do with your direct family members around you. There is a very important input sorry, there is a very important input that you're actually going to have when it comes to your home, when it comes to like being part of a big change. And this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's completely connected to something that you wanted to do for such a long time, but you were just waiting for the certain power, you were just waiting for the certain accomplishment, you were just waiting for the certain confidence to provide you with an opportunity to look at the things from a slightly different angle, but also to realize and know what needs a little bit of readjustment and adjustment. Now you will know that this is absolutely the right time, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. This is very, very good. And also something is going to happen, something quite nice this week as well. It's going to surprise you. It's going to be very beneficial for you, but it's also going to bring you a promise, a new promise, which is just going to create a really beautiful start of the optimism that was missing in your life. The tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Aries, for you is the High Priestess. You see this? Sorry. This is, sorry, gosh, this is the tarot card of the week that you have. It's the High Priestess. This is an important moment in time, and it's also going to be a very, very wise stage that you are going through. You're going to be very wise throughout this week indeed. And there is going to be an important emotion, an important feeling that you're going to have. And that feeling is going to grow more powerful and more powerful and more powerful by the time you get to the end of the week. It is also going to be very wise moment that you're going to have, and you're going to feel so strongly about changing the certain part of your life. It's something that you were thinking about before, but you didn't have a relevant confidence, you didn't have a relevant power, you didn't have a relevant strength in order to do this. So now with this beautiful wise week that you're going to have, it's wonderful, indeed, in many different ways, but it's going to reflect on you to actually make an important decision. But it's going to require from you to do like a little bit of adjustment in the stage or in the area where you were just hoping that it's going to come out in a different way, but it doesn't really matter. You will realize that you were actually restrained. So this beautiful High Priestess, you see, means that you are going to release yourself from the restraining energy, which means that it's an important moment in time to move on from the certain stage or a certain area in your life, because it slowly came to an end. It's going to be very wise decision because it's going to be penetrate from very, very deep within, indeed, from a completely different dimensions, which is just going to make you wise, very, very wise in many different ways. You will know exactly what is kind of keeping you restrained, and this is going to be the right thing to do, and most certainly the step in the right direction. Sorry, my voice is gone a little bit. Okay. So sorry. Okay, so now when it comes to health, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to your health, this is a rather important moment in time. If you can do a little bit like a meditation and grounding is a must. Meditation, both meditation and grounding is going to be very important for you to do this week, but also most certainly it's just quite significant to try to make sure that you are taking something like organic acerola cherry powder. It's very important. I know I said this millions of times, but organic acerola cherry powder is going to help you beautifully in order to fight against cold and flu and this type of infections. You see, organic acerola cherry powder, I highly advise you to actually take throughout this week. Little glass in the morning with 1 teaspoon, you mix it up and drink it, okay? And also to do exactly the same thing. Sorry. Also to do exactly the same thing like at around the end of the day, you know, just before you go to sleep. This is, oh my god, this is super important to actually do this as well. 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it up and just drink it before you go to sleep. So the first thing in the morning and before you go to sleep. And what is this going to do? It's going to provide you with a wonderful whopping amount of natural vitamin C, which is just going to help you to boost your immune system and boost your immune system by increasing vitamin C levels, but also to fight cold and flu. Very important indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Sorry, Aries, I forgot to say one thing. It's also vitamin D. Whether you're going to take a vitamin D in a natural form, like a natural supplement without any horrible ingredients, without any anti-caking agents, chemicals, blah blah blah, you know, rubbish that they put in. It needs to be natural form of vitamin D, or you can get it like organic free range eggs as well, or certain food also contain a natural vitamin D, but also you can get it outside in the sun. So if you live somewhere nice, you know, where it's really sunny and all these things, then you can get the vitamin C from the sun as vitamin D from the sun as well. So it's very, very important to say. For vitamin D, if you go for the supplement, then also you must make sure you must check with your doctor or GP whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to those of you in relationship, it's just basically, ooh la la, it seems like that you as a couple both are going to have something very important going on, because you're reaching an important stage when it comes to your journey, when it comes to your journey together, when it comes to your journey in general. You are reaching a very important stage indeed, and this is going to provide you with a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful reward. And the reward that you're both going to have as a couple this week, it's going to provide you with an option that you didn't have, with an option that you were waiting, with an option that you were hoping for to achieve. And this is something that's going to happen slightly earlier, which is going to be absolutely wonderful, and it's going to be very important moment when it comes to your prosperity, when it comes to your security, safety, and the family matters indeed. Something very important is going to happen with the family as well, okay? When it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Aries, you know, I really like this because it is just all about the beautiful satisfaction you are going to feel. It's all about this feel good, this feeling, you know, this energy is going to be very positive, and it's going to make you feel very optimistic indeed. There are quite a few different people that are going to cross your path, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. There are quite a few different people that are going to cross your path, my gorgeous Aries, but there is one particular person that is around you. This person is going to be around you, but it's not going to make themselves known necessarily. And even if they do, you're going to need to do a little bit of a diggy in order to see actually what is behind there. But the way it's going to happen is just like this really interesting feeling that you are going to have about this person, and you will just want to know more. But most certainly somebody with a beautiful balance is about to enter your life. Please don't get me wrong, you may not even meet this person this week, but this person is going to be around you. This person is going to be around your energy. This person is going to be around your dimension, and they will notice you first. So this is going to be a really beautiful one, really tricky one in many different ways, but most certainly it's going to start from the start, rather than starting from the other way around, a wrong way around, and then working its way towards the wrong way, instead of starting in the right way. To start the relationship in the right way, you just have to meet people in the right way, and this is the way things unfold rather beautifully and magically, by getting to know each other step by step. Okay, I'm just going to be 1 second before I do Torini. I'm already going. I'm already all around the place. Okay, just a second. La 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 la, hey, la 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 la. My gorgeous Torinis, this is for you. Aries, from the 17th until the 23rd of February 2020, and this is just so important week for you, my gorgeous Torinis, indeed, in many different ways. You know why? For once, you're going to have that feel-good factor. The reason why is because the energy is about to shift when it comes to you, indeed. And it's going to be very wonderful, because it's going to provide you with a sense of achievement. It's going to provide you with a wonderful accomplishment through your own success. And this is going to be really motivating moment in time for you, because it's at the same time bringing you rather wonderful and beautiful and powerful inspiration. Letter A for the first part, for the start of alphabet, as the first part, as the first part of alphabet, the letter A. It's going to be very significant when it comes to you for two reasons. For one, letter A, it's going to be very powerful realization for you. It's going to be connected to letter A. But on another hand, it also means that you're entering an important stage when it comes to the brand new beginning. Very sacred, very important, and it's connected to your own spirituality, but it's also connected to your own individuality, and it's connected to your own success, but most certainly the certain moment that you've been waiting for when it comes to your victory, when it comes to your justice. It's most certainly it's coming. And I think that this is absolutely wonderful, because the festival, you're going to feel really good from the beginning of that week, my gorgeous Torinis. But most certainly there is a good news that you are going to have, and this good news at the beginning of the week, it's to do with your success, it's to do with your advancement, it's to do with a certain gain that is going to help you to put things in a slightly different order, in a most important perspective so far this year, because it's just going to have a really promising feeling about it at the same time, because it's all about the expectation, desires, but you're going to find yourself on a rather advanced level. I really like this, indeed, because it's all about the results, what you've been waiting for, but now this is going to go on the whole next level. An important promotion, my gorgeous Taurinis, is going to take place, indeed, and this is all to do with the recognition of the ideas that you implemented not that long ago. Now it's going to come back lovely, and it's going to refresh you in so many different ways. But also it is very important, my gorgeous Taurinis, this is going to be the most important thing. Pam pam pam. The certain ability, it's going to be screaming out of you, okay? It's going to be very important and very significant for you to pay attention to, because there is going to be the beginning of the certain intention, which is also going to provide you with a new direction, which is going to take another 7 sacred months. An important moment in time when it comes to you making an important, significant, mind-blowing decision, but it's to do with something new. It's to do with a new door. It's to do with a new new unfoldment. It's to do with the actual lotus flower that is happening at the same time, which is going to take additional 7 months. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically, mid September 2020, it's going to be very important and very significant when it comes to the second stage of this, when you will be able to pick the fruit of your own labor, when you will be able to completely like go through the whole new dimension that is just all completely down to you. It was all like very much so a successful moment in time that you started this particular creation, but it's all starting this week. Sorry, an important week, absolutely mind-blowing week indeed. Okay, on another hand, you know, it's going to be very strong energy and very powerful energy, because it is all going to be very strong when it comes to perfection, honor, and ultimate change. You will be recognizing that now your life is going to slowly start changing here, and it's brilliant because it's all about your own capability. It's about doing things that you want to do, and it's a lot to do with a big reward after hard work, very beautiful success and admiration from others, from the right people in your life. It's just going to be really, really incredible, amazing. I'm so happy for you, because it's boiled down to the moment in time that you've been waiting for a long time, but you're gonna realize that it's all about you. It's all about your frame of mind. It's all about how you feel. It's all about your starting point. It's all about having this balance like correctly, and then you're able to do and achieve so much. This is exactly what is going to happen here. The return of your strength, the return of your power, which is on another hand going to bring you the whole new promise, where you thought that things just slowly came to an end, but no, my baby, no, they didn't. It's all about you being very creative, because now this is the beginning of a wonderful creativity that you are going to have, and you just need to follow it. My gorgeous Taurinis, you just need to follow it, because at the same time you're going through your own rebirth. By the time you reach the end of the week, do you know what's going to happen, my gorgeous Taurinis? You are going to have a wake-up call by the time you reach the end of the week, because your intuition is going to be like, oh my lord, big mama. Your intuition is going to be like absolutely huge, and it's going to take over, and it's going to help you to connect to things in a different way, and to understand and see things crystal clear when they haven't been clear to you. And this is why this wake-up call is going to come through your own intuition. When you least expected, you're going to be thinking about something completely different at around the end of the week. And I know that at the same time there is going to be like some kind of connection with the nature that is going to trigger this. Whether you're going to touch the flower, whether you're going to be outside, whether you're going to look through the window, it depends. This is how it's going to happen. And this amazing, very wise and very important penetration, it's going to take place. And that in itself, it's important, because your intuition is going to reveal something when you least expect it, and it's going to make you know and make you realize a couple of things. It's a psychic moment when you will know that the challenge is coming. But on another hand, you will know how successful you are going to be. You will know how great you are going to be. You will know that this will have an absolutely incredible impact on your life. So a couple of things are going to happen here. A psychic moment, but also it's going to be like a really wonderful beginning for you. There's a significant stage where you're going to feel pushed towards something that you would normally be like, oh no, I'm not too sure. Well, this is what we are talking about, my gorgeous Taurinis. It's about breaking the ice. It's about doing things differently. It's about looking things from a different angle, but also doing things differently by changing those things that you do on a daily basis. Then everything starts changing, my gorgeous Taurinis, just like a domino. Very, very important moment in time for you, my babies, indeed. Sorry, I still have a little bit of cold. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Taurinis, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. What is your tarot cardina of the weekina? Tarot cardina of the weekina for you, my gorgeous Taurinis. Okay, tarot card. Oh, Ace of Swords. You see this? An absolutely wonderful balance. Very, very sharp moment in time. You'll be very clever this week. Please, Taurini, don't get me wrong. I'm not not saying you're not clever normally, but you're going to be very sharp this week. You're going to be very quick this week. This week is going to be perfect for the new beginning, for the inspiration, for excitement, but also to make important decisions. Anything that you need to sort out, anything that is bothering you, anything that is bringing you down, anything that is preventing you to be happy, anything that's on your mind and it's just keep on like a dragging and you know you are unhappy because of it, you know, this is the time to just deal with things. You will have a very sharp, very important, very beautiful and very sacred energy around you. Very, very amazing, in particular when it comes to your own transformation. This is the time of you. This is the time of your transformation. This is the time to jump in the water and learn how to swim. Don't think about not being able to swim. Just jump in the water and you will learn how to swim. It's very, very important to say that you will be sacredly guided. You are going to also surprise yourself. I really like this. You're going to surprise yourself in the best possible way. And this is all to do with a new stage, new option, new idea, new outcome that is going to help you to have a completely different outlook on life. And this, my babies, is going to be an incredible start for you indeed. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurinis, now when it comes to your health, this is very important. Please, when it comes to your health, try to avoid any fast food, horrible. Try to avoid any like a burgers or anything like that. I'm not saying that you are eating them. I mean, if you are avoiding them, that's brilliant. But then if you're not, I just have to stress, I have to say to try to avoid as much as a fast food as you can. Try to cut out sugar as much as you can. Try to cut out salt as much as you can. The reason why I say this, because your heart, you need to take care of your heart. This is something very specific that I'm saying here. It's to do with your cholesterol and it's to do with your heart as well in particular. This is very significant in order for you to understand. Just throughout this week, try to be as healthy as you can. Try to like kind of like eat food that it's without like too much salt or without sugar. Try to avoid horrible like squashes or juices that are full of chemicals. Try to be as healthy as possible. Try to drink as much water as you possibly can. And also something for circulation, something like a flaxseed oil would be absolutely wonderful. Organic flaxseed oil is a natural form of the actual omega-3 essential fatty acids that you get in the fish normally. But if you get organic flaxseed oil, this is the plant that provides the same thing. But it's very important when it comes to circulation. It provides you omega-3 essential fatty acids that the body does not produce by itself, but most importantly, this is going to be very good for your skin, hair and nail, but for the circulation in general. So when it comes to your heart, this is actually good for the heart. Organic flaxseed oil, you can get in a flaxseed oil, or you can get like in a natural, you can get it in a capsule form. Basically it's very good. And also garlic is something that I highly recommend. I know it has got a strong smell, but maybe if you take one little clove, just before you go to sleep, and nibble on it and eat it or just swallow it. It's just so important for your garlic, because it's very good when it comes to cholesterol, and it's very good when it comes to the heart, and it's very good when it comes to the actual overall health. Very, very important to actually do this. And also try to avoid things like a coffee, try to avoid things like too much tea and things like that. Okay, and another thing I was going to say to you, important to take, is the actual vitamin D. Very important to take a natural dose of vitamin D for your bones, and magnesium, okay, and calcium. Vitamin D, magnesium and calcium is going to be good for your bones, for your skeleton, for your muscles in general. This is something that I would highly recommend you, but also make sure that you are actually if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just make sure that you check with your doctor or GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurinis, now, for those of you in relationship, you know, it is just like your partner needs to be a little bit careful not to kind of go into any big deals, not to go into any like some kind of like starting points that are very important, like for example to start some kind of a negotiation or something like that, because there is going to be somebody around your partner who I don't really trust, and your partner is going to be aware of this. So it's just like a little snaky making the grassy grassy, that I need you to tell your partner to be careful about this week by not maybe going into big deals, not starting any big processes or procedures if they can avoid this week, and start a week after. Okay, so now my go-to story is for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy. This is the week of the beginning. This is the week of rediscovery. This is the week of discovery. This is an important moment in time because it's going to get you out and about, being surrounded by the people. But even this is going to be important moment in time when it comes to your personal evolution. But I'm saying this because the balance in between the spirituality, the combination in between materialistic life and the spiritual prosperity is going to be absolutely perfect. There is going to be the realization that you are going to have that it's going to be very much so important when it comes to you making a relevant decision. That realization is also going to open the door for someone very special who is about to come into your life. So it's going to come with you realizing something and making a necessary change, and this is all going to be in your mind. I think that you are going to kind of start thinking about changing places, or you're going to start thinking about going out to a different place and things like that. So this is all going to be an important week of an important stage for you to actually go through the certain changes. But these changes are going to be the part of that process when someone is about to walk into your life. It's very important to say this, and this is happening purely because you are having an incredible combination of material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, I'm just going, before I do Gemini, I'm going to be 1 second. I'm going to be 1 second indeed before I do Gemini. Okay. Oh, my throat is so dry trottini. Pam para para pam pam pa. Gemini. J Gemini. Do you know, Gemini, that you're actually going to have an important return into your life? Somebody is going to return into your life. I'm not meaning like somebody necessarily like a lover, like a boyfriend, like a girlfriend. But a very significant person is going to start returning into your life. This person is an important part of your process, an important part of your progress, because this person is going to play a very, very significant role when it comes to you having a quite powerful advice. This is the advice that is going to come through this person who is about to return into your life. The advice is not going to be direct, and it's all about having a conversation or having a little bit of conversation, and through this conversation something is going to be triggered, something is going to be, you're going to be said something, you're going to be told something, and that particular thing that you're going to be told, it's also going to really get you thinking. And it's so important because it's also on another hand going to become the beginning of your own transformation, because it's going to help you to see yourself through a different light, but through an important life, through a very significant and wise light, because it's coming through someone who really knows you, coming through someone who really understands you. There is going to be the truth that you will have and see and understand about yourself that you will not like necessarily, because it's going to kind of make you think and make you realize that a certain stage of the certain progress didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, so it's slowly coming to an end. But as soon as you realize as soon as you realize this, the most important it's going to be. As soon as you realize this, the most significant this is going to be, because at the same time you are going to start the beginning of your own rebirth. But most importantly, this is going to be your wake-up call, which is on another hand going to boost your radiance and provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing perspective that you wouldn't normally have. Now, this is what I'm talking about, because that perspective is going to be an idea. That idea is going to become an opportunity, and that opportunity is going to activate you in such an important and powerful way, and it's going to start, it's going to create, it's going to make, it's going to be the beginning of a sacred lotus flower. The sacred lotus flower happens when you are going through an important stage of your life. You are about to have a crossroads, but most certainly this is going to be life-changing time, because it's at the same time going to be connected to the direction that you didn't think and you didn't want maybe necessarily to happen or to unfold. But because you're going to be able to see the things from a slightly different perspective, this is all going to bring completely different energy in, which is just going to bring a different harmony in, which is on another hand going to give you a reason to celebrate, because it's going to be a beautiful surprise that you are going to have. But most certainly at the same time, this is just going to inspire you in so many different ways. It's wonderful, and it's going to make you feel really good, and most certainly it's about the resolution of the problem that you are going to have, but it's all about a wonderful, beautiful fulfillment and compromise, which is just going to become mind-blowing moment in time for you, because it's all about the actual success. It's all about a new stage. It's all about the control over a situation, but it's on another hand this energy that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. This is all from your own accomplishment. I said this many times. You're incredible, you're amazing, you're very different, because your energy is well balanced, and you're very almost difficult, impossible not to notice. But you're so effective, and you're so much more effective than you can possibly realize, and than you can possibly imagine. And it's this humble thing that is just to penetrate this energy and makes it even more wonderful, and just puts it in the right direction. Perhaps if you were like arrogant or something like that, then this is not a good air energy, for example, because it blocks you from achieving, because you're not seeing things from what they are, and it's affecting your balance, because people shouldn't be arrogant, because then there is something wrong, and it normally comes from the certain unnecessary emotions, the certain feelings that are not clear, and it's just a mask for something that is just affecting people's confidence. But the bottom line is, this is so important. This is what's going to happen. The great realization is going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to make you realize how powerful you are. This is exactly what you're going to realize this week, my gorgeous Gemini, how powerful you are, how significant you are. And that in itself is going to be the new beginning, the new stage. But it's a lot to do with a certain courage, This is going to provide you with a certain security, certain power. This is going to provide you, on another hand, with a certain courage. And that courage is going to be something that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because it's at the same time going to extend your own capacity. It's going to extend your own power, and you will surprise yourself. But this is a very beautiful and very powerful moment that you're going to have, because at the same time there is the decision that you're going to need to make, that you will want to make. And this is purely coming from the fact because there is going to be an important invitation and opportunity that is going to arise before the end of the week, and that is just gonna, oh my god, make you realize, wonderful, look at the things from a slightly different angle, look at this beauty, look at this vibrance, look at this power. It's the realization in a little psychic moment, oh my god, what my life could be, what my life is going to be. Just go for it, go for it, go for it. It is the time for you to make a little adjustment, a little sacrifice, but then on another hand, this is all leading towards the greatest moment in your life, because it's all going to be connected to your own transformation, control over a situation, confidence and accomplishment. But most certainly it's just about a request, challenge and proposition that is going to take over. And it's most certainly going to be very, very great time to actually, where you're going to have a really clear, crystal clear focus. At the same time, as I said, you're going to reach a very powerful stage of your life, my gorgeous Gemininis. It's a very, very important moment in time to say that there is going to be the decision that you're going to make. The decision that you're going to make is you're not necessarily going to take an action straight away at the end of the week, but it's just about this creativity. It's about this manifestation. It's about this sacred power that you're going to, that is going to be so enhanced at the same time, and make everything so vibrant, not only visually, but also energetically vibrant, which means that everything is going to explode. What you want to focus on, what you want to do, what you want to manifest, my Gemininis, this is the great week to light a little candle, light a little candle and write something on it, light a candle, and that moment just focus a little bit, make a strong connection with the candle, with the flame, with the fire, with the universe. But at the same time, you are having a very strong connection within you. So therefore, the power of manifestation is going to be very strong. You are going to have an important conversation this week that is literally going to change your life slowly. But on another hand, there is an idea that you're going to have an option, an opportunity. This is going to be an incredible starting point for two reasons. It's an amazing ending, an amazing accomplishment, okay, that you are going to have. And that accomplishment is also going to put a big smile on your face, because it's going to provide you with a wonderful opportunity. It's going to provide you with a rather warmish feeling when it comes to the future planning, and it's just going to be the great moment in time when you're going to feel really proud and really great with yourself. But most certainly it's about the accomplishment, it's about the confidence, it's about the power, it's about this wonderful energy that is going to come through at the same time. But most certainly it's going to lead towards a mind-blowing negotiation. On another hand, if you do need to have a negotiation, do it this week. If you do need to start something very important process, do it this week. If you do need to buy something important, do it this week, because the energy is just going to be perfect. The energy is just going to be just right, and it's not only going to surprise you with things along the way, but it's also going to provide you with opportunities, ideas and realizations that you wouldn't normally have, my gorgeous Gemininis. And this is why I say that this is so important. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see, my baby Gemininis, what is your actual tarot card of the week, my gorgeous baby Gemininis. I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of... My God, you see this? You see this? Of course, when it comes to Gemini, I dropped 37,000 cards, and there's so many that I dropped, okay? And now I'm going to have to do this again, because normally you just, when you drop one or two, you just show it. But this was oh my God, this is Gemini. You see, I'm shuffling the cards, and this is just the fact, this is showing the surprising situation that you will have. You see, this week, my gorgeous Gemini, a surprising situation which is going to provide you with opportunities that you wouldn't think that you would have. So this is absolutely wonderful. But what is one tarot card? Here we go. An incredible moment in time. Someone, it's gonna play an important role for you this week, my gorgeous Gemini. Somebody very special in your life, somebody very significant in your life, somebody very powerful in your life is going to play an important role, when it comes to you realizing something. But it's also about the advice. There is an advice from somebody very dear, very important, very powerful, very spiritual, very smart, very intelligent, very clever in many different ways. An advice that is going to come to you, an advice that you're going to have. You see, this is the the Queen of Cups, which is really important tarot card indeed when it comes to your own personal security, but also when it comes to slight redirection, you know, the new direction and redirection, but it's going to come to the realization and advice from somebody very important and significant in your life, somebody who understands you. It's going to play an important role, and that person is also going to help you to deal with the situation and part of your life that you were unwilling to deal with, like with the necessary amount of excitement or optimism. There is somebody very important that is going to play an important role when it comes to you having a control over a situation, but also the beginning of an adventure and enthusiasm, you know, and absolutely unlimited possibilities you're going to realize through somebody else. A very, very important moment, you know, very important week, my gorgeous Gemininis. On another hand, that is most certainly going to lead, that person is going to be directly somebody, the one particular person is going to be directly responsible for you having your Wheel of Fortune moment, my gorgeous Gemininis, because it's going to help you realize things in a different way, but also it's going to make you react in a different way. And this reaction is going to be everything, because it's going to be different. And just remember, it's going to be out of the ordinary, and this is what we want, extraordinary. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Gemininis, when it comes to your health, this is an important time to exercise a little bit. Sorry, whatever you think that the exercise may be, you know, whatever, even if you're moving your fingers a little bit like this, if you're not like, you know, exercising normally, if you can't exercise, if you're not able to exercise, then of course not. But if you're able to exercise, please, this is going to be an important week, because you will be going with this powerful vibration, and it's also going to help you to get rid of the negative energy in a wonderful way, and it's going to rejuvenate you and make you feel very optimistic. You boost your endorphins, you see, anyway, when you are exercising. But this week you will be able to feel this quite a lot. Also, like a little bit of grounding would be quite good, and also a little bit of meditation would be quite good. I highly suggest you to get something like a natural dose of B vitamins, Gemininis, just for the little bit of stress, and at the same time it's going to help you with your digestion, which is going to be very sensitive. Okay, so it's the dose of B vitamins that you can get in a certain food, okay, but also if you you can get like in a supplement form, like a B vitamins, like a B vitamin complex, as long as it's without like chemicals, anti-caking agents. It needs to be natural. So B vitamins are going to be very good for your stress, and on another hand, it's going to be good for your digestive system also. And I highly suggest you to get something like vitamin D. Vitamin D, it's very important for your bones, you see, and if you can get it outside in the sun, that's great. Otherwise, I would suggest you to get natural supplement of vitamin D as well. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you who are single and ready, for those of you who are actually in relationship, oh my Lord, this is absolutely wonderful moment in time. Something huge is going to happen, something big is going to happen, but it's going to boil down to you having an opportunity that you're both going to benefit from. Oh my Lord, this is really, really good. It's going to put a big smile on your face, but it's also going to bring you this wonderful obsession, but good obsession, which is just going to help you to reflect on this so much. Absolutely fantastic indeed. For those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, it's just so significant. There is someone very particular that you're going to talk to this week, someone very, very significant that you're going to talk to this week. And after you talk to this person, something is going to change. The certain wiseness is going to come through. The certain realization is going to come through. You're going to change your way of thinking a little bit, and that is going to be the moment, my gorgeous Gemininis, that is going to start changing things for you slowly, subconsciously, and most certainly it's going to start creating this particular pathway for someone to start coming into your life. Absolutely remarkable indeed. So there's some special people that are going to be part of your journey, my gorgeous Gemininis, this week in many different ways indeed. Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little bit of coffee, because that's I hope it's gonna help me with my dry dry throat, throat. Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a coffee, and then I'm gonna go on Cancerini. Gosh, sorry. I apologize, it's a dry throat, and there's not much I can do about it, really. Mm, mm-mm. You can tell me to drink water, but, if I have coffee. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini. Of course, it's my gorgeous Cancerini. You need to be careful this week, because it's gonna be a bit of tricky situation. A bit of a tricky situation, because something is going to come with a little mask, you see, and it's going to be down to you to unmask this particular situation. So it's the certain activity and determination that you are going to have, but very soon, couple of days later, this is going to happen at the beginning of the week, couple of days later, this determination is going to kind of die out. This determination is not going to work for you, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. I say this because it's going to be determination, but it's the wrong thing, you see, and that determination is just going to be a bit of a yin-yang moment that you're going to have in the first couple of days, because it's going to help you to kind of see things from a slightly different angle, and to see other accomplishments which are going to be very important part of your progress here at this moment in time, because it's going to give you something to really look forward to, and it's also going to put you away, going to make you realize to move away from the certain stage and direction, because it's not going to work no longer for you. The last 8 months have been quite weird and bizarre and strange and uncertain, because of that particular process and progress didn't unfold the way you wanted it. And now this is important to say, it's a bit of a yin-yang moment, because it's going to help you to point out what came to an end. So most certainly this is going to be really important, because it's going to help you to change your direction slightly. And this, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be everything, because it's going to refresh you, it's going to make you feel really good about yourself. You're going to have a really nice and mature and beautiful moment when it comes to you feeling great about yourself, and you realizing certain progress. Beyond the certain progress, there are unlimited possibilities, but you wouldn't realize this if you didn't come to terms with a certain stage, slowly came to an end. This is going to penetrate you in such a beautiful way when it comes to your energy, and it's just going to give you so much activity and determination where you wouldn't normally have. And it's so good, because something that you're very good about, something that you're very experienced about, something that you should be doing, something that's you in this world, is just gonna jump out of you and say hello, like this, literally, it's me. It's so important for you, because you are going to rediscover the new you. You're going to be pinpointed towards the right direction. It's not something that is going to happen like out of the blue completely. It's just something that it's literally something that you should be doing. But on another hand, it's important because it's just a lot to do with what you are, with your experience, but it's also very, very important because there is an idea that you're going to have, and that idea is just going to be part of this particular change. You are most certainly going to do something absolutely remarkable, because there is going to be an important moment you're going to have, because you are going to manage to avoid a little devilish person, and the little devilish person that you will kind of like be able to avoid, it's absolutely perfect, and it's somebody who is not in your life, somebody who's not part of your life, but somebody who was like a kind of like a passerby, who maybe could have turned out to be something completely different, somebody who would have turned out to be something very kind of dodgy and wrong and bizarre and strange and very low indeed. So you are going to be able to move move away from the person, some kind of a passerby, but somebody who could have injected themselves into your life, and you just remember me saying, no, 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 baby, no. You avoid this person, you detach yourself from this situation, and this is exactly what you're going to do. You're gonna detach yourself from the devilish situation, and this is gonna be absolutely brilliant. And on another hand, it's going to help you to realize the certain security that you wouldn't have, and also it's about the actual resolution, you know, of the problem. This is going to be directly connected to you thinking in a different way, to you focusing towards different things, to you slightly changing your way of thinking. So this is going to be absolutely wonderful, because it's also going to provide you with an excitement or optimism, conclusion to a problem. It's also going to inspire you, and it's going to bring you such a wonderful and beautiful and artistic energy that is going to stay with you throughout this week. Absolutely remarkable moment in time, because when it comes to your future, my gorgeous Cancerinis, this is another important thing. When it comes to your future, you know, something was like giving you like a little burden. Something was like a kind of, you would think about your immediate future when it comes to your planning, but something was scaring you, something was bringing you down, and something was kind of preventing your mind from thinking further by creating certain blockages and certain negativities around you. This is so important, and that was in itself created a certain burden, and that on another hand made you feel restrained, and it didn't make you feel so excited about the future, about the near future, because of that particular burden that was created with your mind. It's like a barrier. This is about to be shifted, and this is so important because it's immediately going to provide you with a future planning. It's immediately going to provide you with a realization. It's immediately going to provide you with an idea. And this is exactly what you should do, my gorgeous Cancerinis. If you feel down, or something prevents you, something is like kind of bringing you down, and it's making you think like you can't like kind of be free, or you can't achieve things, you just don't think like that at all. Just think about the idea, think about yourself, think about the expansion. This is an important moment in time for many different reasons indeed, but it's in a particular when it comes to your own benefit, when it comes to your own success, when it comes to your own gain, but also at the same time overcoming obstacle by thinking very positively, because you are most certainly going to have a control over a situation, and sometimes it's not going to even feel like it, my gorgeous Cancerinis, but most certainly it is. You see this? Absolutely wonderful. But this is a Knight of Swords here. Absolutely wonderful and very important situation is going to take place, but this is all coming through the actual balance, force and harmony and power, and very, very brave you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel very proud of yourself towards the end of the week, because you're gonna come across the situation and the person that you don't want to deal with, you don't want to do, you don't want to go any further, but you will know as soon as you deal with this sour situation, the better it's going to be. So the certain problem is going to come to an end, and that in itself is going to make you feel so good about yourself, and it's also going to be an important reason to feel great about a certain accomplishment. So therefore you will be dealing with the person and the situation that is not going to be really, you're not going to like it, but it's going to be an important part of your own progress, because you are for once going to surprise yourself, but on another hand this is going to lead towards your improvement and outcome of an important effort as well. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Cancerinis, whoa Lord, when it comes to the actual health, you see, it's very important. Here we go. Vitamin D, calcium, magnesium and zinc. Vitamin C, calcium, magnesium and zinc. These minerals are very important. Vitamins and minerals are very important because vitamin D, calcium, magnesium and zinc are going to help you with your bones in general. They're going to help you with your muscles, with your skeleton. Vitamin D is also going to help you with this. This is very, very important for you to take. And also organic acerola cherry powder once in the morning, 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water, and once in the evening, 1 teaspoon before you go to sleep with a little bit of water. If you don't want to take it twice a day, just try to take 1 before you sleep. Okay, very important indeed. And vitamin C, organic acerola cherry powder, will provide you with a natural source of vitamin C, which is going to help you with your cold and flu symptoms, you know, at the same time. But it's also very important, like a zinc, you know, when it comes to cold and flu, and to boost your immune system, something that you are really going to benefit from, apart from just taking things from your bones and skeleton. If you're on any other medication, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you that are actually in relationship, you see, your partner need to be a little bit careful. Your partner is going to have a little bit stranger week, so I don't think that it's also going to be great for your partner to kind of like try to prove themselves throughout this week for anything really. They can do well, they can be great, you know, and things like that, but the energy is just going to be a little bit strange. The energy is going to be a little bit bizarre when it comes to your partner, and it's also kind of going to take a lot from them. So they're not going to feel right, even if they feel like a really great, I have lots of energy and things like that. But as soon as they start kind of certain process, the energy is going to be drained immediately. This happens sometimes, and it just causes people to be unwilling in order to make necessary effort. So it's going to be a little bit strange week when it comes to your partner. So if they can like take themselves away from the situation this week, and maybe try have a little break, and then if they need to do something really important to the week after. Otherwise, you can do for them. You can do it for them, for example. Okay, and for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Cancerinis, you know, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you know, this is an important moment in time, because some new people are going to start walking into your life. Okay, some new situations are going to arise in your life as well. So that's why I'm saying that this is an important moment in time, but it's also going to be very beneficial when it comes to you being at the beginning of the certain creativity, which is also going to make you realize the certain start, certain progress, certain process is going to take place, which is going to be connected to some kind of adventure. That adventure that you're going to feel, that adventure that you're going to have, that adventure that is going to be around your energy, around your dimension, is going to be absolutely directly responsible for you making an important decision, because you're going to see someone this week and you're going to be like, oh, hello, my darling. So this is all going to be part of the process, and it's going to be very important. And all I can say is just go out as much as you can and enjoy yourself, because there are going to be lots of flirting going on, but there is someone very special slowly walking into your life. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Cancerinis. This is all a part of this absolutely important and wonderful process. Okay, so now just a second before I do Leone. La 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 na 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 na. There will be 1 second. Bam, bam, bam. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. Bam, 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 bam. My gorgeous Leonis, my gorgeous Leonis, my gorgeous Leonis. Do you know what? It is all about the change. It is all about an invitation. It is all about the opportunity you are about to have. This is so important because most certainly it's going to be very important and significant when it comes to the certain arrival, but also it's to do with an approach, but most certainly it's going to provide you with an opportunity you wouldn't have before, but it's something that you were waiting for, something that you were hoping for. And it's also so much to do with an attractive stage, an attractive part of your life. It's also going to reveal itself to you. It's important because it's going to happen at the right time. It's important because it's going to open your eyes. It's important because it's going to give you a reason to love, reason to live, reason to live your life. You know, I'm not saying that you don't have a reason to love, but there is something very beautiful that is going to take central stage, and it's going to help you to reflect on your life very sharply, very beautifully, very strongly, and it's going to get you thinking. It's going to put you in a thinking mode that is on another hand going to penetrate your mind in such a different way, and you're going to find yourself being very psychic. You're going to find yourself being very open-minded. You're going to find yourself being very spiritual, and that is going to reflect on you in such an amazing way because it's most certainly going to make the situation in your life very appealing to you, and that is going to certain situation in your life very appealing to you. But this is all going to be the part of the process. This is all going to be the part of these changes. This is all going to be the part of the different dimension, but at the same time it is going to boost you when it comes to your own bravery, and this is all going to happen through you feeling absolutely vavavoom-ish and really good at the beginning of the week. This energy is immediately going to refresh you, and it's going to give you a reason to be excited about when it comes to your own progress. And this in itself is coming through the actual boost of confidence when it comes to your own accomplishment, and that it's gonna start opening many other doors for you, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed, because it's at the same time going to become your rebirth. At the same time it's going to boost your confidence, and also on another hand it's going to provide you with a vision when it comes to your future, when it comes to your future planning. And there is going to be the realization like, oh my lord, like a wake-up call, the biggest wake-up call ever, because this is going to come through the certain invocation, through the start, through the realization, you know, and that is also going to come from the boosted radiance, and it's just an amazing moment in time. I'm so happy because there is going to be also a realization that you are going to have, you know, the certain regret, you know, maybe the certain disharmony is also going to take place. The certain disharmony maybe between you and somebody else is going to be an important process here. The beginning of the process, the beginning of the progress is going to take place, and it's going to require from you to make a necessary effort, because there is a certain adjustment that it's going to need to be required, because the things are getting like a little bit strange, maybe the things are getting a little bit unusual. And it's to do in between you and somebody else in your life, somebody who's very important in your life, somebody who's very significant in your life. You're going to need to shed a little bit of light on that, because something is getting a little bit shaky, and which means that it's needing your input. It's needing a little bit of your adjustment. It is also needing from you to look at the situation from slightly different angle, because something something changed and it's affecting both you and that other person. I am talking about somebody in your life. I am talking about somebody important in your life. I'm talking about quite significant and influenced, and this is why you are reaching this particular stage, you know, when you're gonna realize that there is also the certain beginning of the actual certain knowledge going to take place, and that beginning of the certain knowledge is also going to make you to realize the situation from a slightly different angle. And this is what I'm talking about. It's about this self-denial and illusion, and it's also going to kind of be the moment in time when you're going to have a control over a situation. You're going to have a strength, confidence, and power, and that in itself is just going to create this balance, force, and harmony, which is on another hand going to help you realize, that, it's about the conclusion, and it's also about the perfection. It's about the recognition of your own stage, which is just going to at the same time enhance your power, enhance your self-esteem, enhance your confidence, which is just going to help you to deal with the negative stage maybe in your life that you need to kind of like put a little bit of your light in, a little bit of your energy in. It's going to require your input. This is the problem. Not a problem, but this is the bottom line. Your input is going to be required. And I have to say to you, my gorgeous Leonis, you need to listen to yourself. You need to listen to how you feel. You need to listen to your own emotions. You need to try to focus on your own light by yourself. This is not a time to listen to someone else. This is not a time to go to ask for an advice. This is the time to listen to yourself, because throughout the whole week you're going to be very strongly and very powerfully self-illuminated, which is going to make you realize quite a lot about yourself, a lot about your journey. But it's also going to confirm a few things around and about you that you were kind of not scared, but you were kind of like uncertain, because they required certain changes, they required certain actions, they required certain edits, in your life, adjustments and readjustments. And this is the beginning of rebirth, but it's most certainly about reaching this specific powerful time, which is also going to enhance your bravery, enhance your balance, and it's also going to confirm things to you at the same time. But on another hand, it's going to start the progress of swift activity, sudden progress and movement. But it's going to be brilliant, because it's going to start with a very good news, an amazing news about yourself and about your progress. And also when it comes to some kind of money, some kind of inheritance, you're going to hear positive things about it. But in particular, when there is a process that something maybe went wrong, or something went slightly longer, something went a little bit strange along the line when you were a little bit surprised and it created a certain problem. Now this is also going to mark the beginning of the actual unfoldment of the problem that is coming to an end. So any messy situation that could have happened through some kind of inheritance or some kind of money that you're waiting for, it doesn't have to be inheritance necessarily, but it's some kind of money that you were waiting for. If there was a problem and it stopped it for a while, for example, then now this is going to be a very good news that you are going to hear about it as well. And I think it's absolutely wonderful, and it's an incredible moment in time, because by the end of this week you're going to feel a great satisfaction, you're going to feel a wonderful accomplishment, and you're going to feel the whole new sense of direction. But the bottom line is that this sense of security, it's going to be absolutely everything, because this sense of security is at the same time going to bring you so much love, so much joy, so much devotion. And it's going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your social relationships as well. And that in itself is just going to bring you so much pleasure. That in itself is going to be an important moment in time. But also when it comes to the simple some kind of unknown situation that could have kind of gone in the wrong way, you will be aware of it, that not that long ago you also made an absolutely mind-blowing the right decision when maybe you were uncertain, but now it's going to be proven to you that you did the right thing. Because if you didn't, now your life wouldn't kind of unfold in this particular way. And this is all about your transformation and the contemplation that you are going to have, and the contemplation that you're going to have as well by the end of the week is going to be so important, because it's going to be connected to the new stage. It's going to be connected to the new option, because it's all down to the beginning of an absolutely mind-blowing stage in your life, my gorgeous Leonis. And it's going to feel like an adventure. It's so powerful because it's going to bring you so much enthusiasm, and it's going to bring you so much initiative. It's going to be connected to the new stage, which is going to bring you unlimited possibilities. And this is something that you're going to be thinking about. This is something that you're going to become aware of. And at the same time, you're going to do something so good to yourself, because you're going to start cutting out something that is bringing you down. Maybe a little bit too much sugar you're taking. Maybe you're smoking too much. Maybe you're drinking too much, maybe you are doing certain things that you shouldn't be doing too much, but it's affecting you. And now this is the time when you're going to reach the peak of the spiritual activity, which is going to provide you with the strength and power to see what you need to cut out of your life. Do you drink too much? Do you smoke too much? Do you do druggies? That you shouldn't, like things like that. It's very important. Maybe you're taking too many tablets, it's very important to pinpoint down exactly what is actually causing this excess or a little bit of negative energy, because it's causing you to kind of like slowing you down a little bit. So that's why you're going to be provided with this wonderful opportunity this week. But the bottom line is, you are going to have an amazing new option, new realization, that is going to keep you going like there is no tomorrow. And it's so much connected to unlimited possibilities, and it's so wonderful because it's just going to bring you this beautiful power, this beautiful obsession, but in the best possible way. When you Leonis are beautifully obsessed about something, your confidence, your power, it's so boosted. You're the brightest and the shiniest little star in the sky in many different ways indeed, especially when it comes to your own capabilities. Just remember, this is all about your stamina. This is all about your power, and it's most certainly the success and material attainment that is also going to boost your confidence, and it's going to be making a quite enlightening moment when it comes to you. Absolutely fantastic, my gorgeous Leonis, in many different ways indeed. Okay, let me just shuffle these cards and let me see what is your tarot card of the wiki. Okay, what is your tarot card of the wiki? Successful negotiation. You will have successful negotiation for one obstacle, really terrible obstacle that was really bringing you down and sucking out your energy like there is no tomorrow, like from each side, each way, everywhere. It's coming to an end, okay? So, and that is going to also provide you with a wonderful challenge at the same time, but it's going to be brilliant. But it's about the negotiation. Negotiation is going to be life-changing. If you do need to negotiate, you do negotiate on this week, because the energy is going to be just right. The energy is going to be just perfect. You see this Six of Swords? It is a lot to do with the time when you need to kind of like drift away a little bit. You will want to escape a little bit. You will want to change the scenery a little bit, and this is going to be brilliant. For you, I'm going to say also, it's just so significant throughout this week. This is so important. Try to do things differently. This seems to be the key for many signs this week, and it's nothing unusual, because we are starting this week with number 17, which is sacred number. We end this week with 23, which is all about exploring things. It's all about changing things. It's all about tapping into different dimensions. It's all about tapping into different energies. It's all about unearthing things that are not there, and seeing how we feel around them. Basically, with other words, it's all about every single day do something different. It's all about changing your routine. It's all about releasing yourself from that known energy and just surrounding ourselves with a different dimension, different energy, which is just going to motivate us. There is an important idea that you will have. An important idea, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. Okay? What else I was going to say now, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Leonis, and now this is so important. When it comes to your health, you just need to make sure that you are basically you need to make sure that you are taking vitamin D. you need to make sure that you're taking also calcium, and you're also like a stomach, you need to really pay attention to your stomach. I would just highly suggest you to take something like organic aloe vera juice. Very important, because it's going to help you with your stomach lining. Very, very important indeed to actually take aloe vera juice, organic aloe vera juice, to take it on a daily basis. Very important for your stomach lining, but also the amount, the natural B vitamins. You can get natural B vitamins in a certain food, but also you can get a B vitamins like in a natural B vitamins like in a supplement, but it needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients, chemicals and things like that. B vitamins are going to be B vitamins are going to be beneficial when it comes to your digestive system, which is going to be very sensitive also, but it's also when it comes to your own stress system, okay, when it comes to your stress levels. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, basically, for those of you who are actually in relationship, this is brilliant, because you will do something really brave. When it comes to your partner, perhaps there is going to be an important conversation that you were scared about to have, but there is going to be maybe something that you will want to sort out, maybe something that you wanted to do in a really long time, maybe something that you wanted to pay attention in a really long time to, maybe something that you wanted to discuss in a really long time. However, there is an important discussion with your partner going to take place, and it's going to take an additional 62 days after this moment in time for this unfoldment to actually take place. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leonis, this is just going to be the great time to go out and meet people, but you're not going to meet the love of your life this week whatsoever, but it's just going to be very significant, because there is a certain friend, certain person about to walk into your life this week, and that person is going to be kind of like directly responsible for you meeting somebody else, but also it is just going to be the process of important changes. Later on, you will see exactly what I mean. Later on, you will know exactly where I was coming from. Okay, so now I'm just going to be 1 second before I start Virgolini. secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew thee hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Pam 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 pam, taram pam pam pam, param pam pam pam. My gorgeous Virgolini, you know what? This is how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel rather hallelujah-ish this week indeed, because it's all about your own capacity coming through. Your energy is gonna be amazing. You're reaching the peak of your own enlightenment. You in particular, my gorgeous Virgolinis, are going to be affected in many different ways rather powerfully by the number 17, 17, which is going to be the beginning of this week. It's powerful, strong, and it is going to give you the actual sense of security that you needed. That sense of your security that you needed, it's going to help you so much to see things for what they are. I'm not saying that you need to see things for what they are, but most certainly this is going to really shake you up, and it's going to kind of be very important when it comes to your own motivation, when it comes to your own inspiration, because you will see what was bringing you down, baby. You will see what was affecting you. You will see what was preventing you to move on, and you will see what was draining your energy. So there is a bit of a toxic situation that you have somehow created for yourself, my gorgeous Virgolini. So it's important for you to realize there are two things that you're gonna need to pay attention to. There are two things that are affecting your balance. There are two things that are kind of throwing you out of your own balance, out of your own road, and it's important for you to do this because now you're reaching the peak of your activity, and it's very important. The peak of your activity when it comes to you reaching strong levels, powerful levels of your own spiritual journey. So therefore, my gorgeous Virgolinis, a lot of us have been like kind of working a lot, have been kind of doing a lot of things, but also like a lot of us had to put certain plans on the hold, and then the people have been really smart. The Virgolinis, clever Virgolinis, are going to just go with the flow. As long as you go with the flow, as long as you are doing things, as long as you are keep going, and making sure that your security and power is intact, you're gonna do absolutely great. This is important moment in time, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because this week is gonna be responsible not only for you realizing two important things that need to be changed, they need to go, they need to be cut out of your life, my gorgeous babies, but it's all about you making an important decision, you basically making an important judgment, but at the same time you will be tested, my babies, and somebody's going to return into your life, on one hand in your mind, and that you're going to feel angry about, on another hand physically you're going to feel angry about someone as well. So you're going to be tested like rather deeply indeed, and this is important, and I will say why this happened. And I will say this to you, but you will be tested. So just make sure that you are forgive and forget. Whatever it happens, my gorgeous Virgolinis, whoever pisses you off, whoever is horrible to you this week, you know, if you can forgive and forget, this is important. Ultimate part of your test, you know, part of your test, indeed. And you need to go through part of your challenge. This is important. So whoever does something to you that makes you feel negative or it require action from you, like like when you're stroppy and something like that, no baby, no. You just rise above the situation like a little birdie, like a little angel, you know, you know, rise above the situation, indeed. And it's going to be wonderful. This is all part of the test. The better you do, the more successful you are going to be. The better you do, the more deeper the time of your rebirth is going to be, which is on another hand going to provide you with option, clear focus, and the wake-up call and the vision, my babies, that you wouldn't normally have. So this happens only once in a while when you're provided with this wonderful confidence and accomplishment, which just helps you so much, not only to realize things, but also to make necessary actions without holding yourself down. What if? There is no if, my babies. It's important. So if somebody physically return into your life, and also in your mind, you know, in your mind, if somebody, for example, like somebody already did kind of do something to you, it's very important part of this progress. So if somebody already did something negative to you, like 5, 6, 7 months ago, or 5 or 6, 7 weeks ago, or 5 or 6, 7 years ago, do you know what I mean? Like if it returns into your life this week, you just remember, you forgive and forget. That is going to boost your power. That is going to boost your strength. That is going to boost your confidence. And it's going to bring you promise and creativity at the right moment, at the right time. This is all going to happen through your own boosted radiance, indeed. On another hand, you are going to make an important, you're going to have an absolutely mind-blowing improvement when it comes to your life, when it comes to your direction, when it comes to your life in general. An important improvement which you've been waiting for. And this is so important because it's to do with your development. This is so good because it's to do with the promotion, it's to do with the rebirth, and it's to do with the outcome of the past efforts, my baby. It's to do with the outcomes of the past effort, which is automatically going to help you to reflect. It's going to boost your womish confidence. It's going to boost your power, and it's also going to make you realize that there is a certain specific goal. There is a certain specific goal that is going to shine rather brightly in front of you, and it's going to require from you to make a necessary effort in order to go for it, because you're going to make a decision. You're going to start feeling very much so close towards the certain changes. You will want to be tested. You will want to be challenged. Your stamina, your power, it's going to be like, ooh la la. You're going to have a control over a situation like there is no tomorrow. My gorgeous Virgolini, your energy is going to be very strong. Your energy is going to be very powerful. You know, use it wisely. You know, think positively, think optimistically, you know, be around the right people. Don't be around the people that are actually draining your energy, that are making you feel negative, that are making you feel bad or making you feel sad, because there is going to be the realization where you're going to have like that this week, and you will want to, and you will move away from this type of situation, because it's something is just kind of making you a little bit low, a little bit negative, and maybe a little bit depressed. You also need to see who is kind of having that impact and influence on you, because somebody's being like a little bit toxic. Do you know who this is? It's either maybe in your life, or it's either at your work, it's at your school, like wherever you are, you know, whatever you do, there is a certain toxic person going to be, the toxic realization going to be the part of this process, the part of this evolvement, indeed. And this is all going to help you out later on to prevent negativity in your life. This is very, very important, my gorgeous Virgolinis. And you know what? I will tell you something, that this week is going to bring you a mind-blowing change, okay? And the change that you're going to have, it's honestly, it's going to feel so good. It's going to feel right. It's going to immediately going to provide you with an option, an opportunity that you wouldn't normally have, because immediately you will be able to see the situation from a completely different angle. This is all part of your blessings. This is how exactly this is going to feel. This is going to lead towards an important transformation in your life, and that transformation is also going to become the very, very creative point, and it's going to start and mark the beginning of an absolutely mind-blowing creation, beginning an idea. And you will see exactly what I mean, because there is going to be an important opportunity that is going to become quite significant at around the end of this week. An absolutely mind-blowing opportunity, and you will know immediately that this opportunity is going to change everything. This is the beginning of the new direction. This is the start of the new direction, but it's just going to also bring you remarkable unfoldment at the same time. Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. And also, let me tell you something, my gorgeous Virgolinis, that your justice is coming. This week, I want to say to you that your justice is coming, which is going to bring you proper harmony, which is going to bring you proper balance, and at the same time, you're going to get a mind-blowing advice. At the time when you hear that your justice is coming, whatever it is, my gorgeous Virgolinis, at the same time, okay, you will hear an advice. This advice is going to be brilliant, and it's also going to be very important and very significant when it comes to the actual certain swift activity, sudden progress and movement and change that is going to require your reaction. So this is all going to be connected, and it's most certainly going to become the part of the actual transformation and the beginning of adventure, which is just going to bring you so much enthusiasm, because immediately you will be able to connect to things in your immediate future. But in particular, when it comes to the future planning, and in particular when it comes to the rejuvenation of energy and excitement that was sleeping for a long time. Absolutely fantastic moment in time indeed. You see, 10 of Cups. Of course, this is what fell out. Of course, this is 10 of Cups. This is absolutely fantastic. It's all about a big change. You know, I already said this. This week, it's going to make you realize, my Lord, that you are going to have a really big change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, you know, when it comes to your actual happiness, joy, and pleasure, you know, and greatest honor that you're going to feel. This is all going to bring you absolutely wonderful realization, wonderful energy, wonderful power, wonderful wiseness. But this is also going to be an absolutely remarkable starting point, a big change you will be able to do, you will be able to start, you will be able to action, you will be able to look forward to, that you weren't able before. And that is going to give you so much excitement, that is going to give you so much power, and it's at the same time, you know, going to make you feel a little bit indecisive. But a couple of things that are going to be on your mind, both things are going to be just as equally as powerful, because you are going to have a control over a situation, and that is most certainly going to bring you strength, courage, energy, and action, accomplishment. It's absolutely remarkable. I'm so happy for you. It's an important progress development that you will have. You know, Virgolini, let me tell you something, my babies. You're gonna realize this week, it all boils down to one thing, my babies. You're gonna realize how powerful you are, okay? And also little disappointment that you're going to have with a certain progress not working out the right way. It's going to make you leave a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, but that doesn't matter, because this is going to lead you, will set you. This is going to be directly responsible to set you in the right direction, indeed. Indeed, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Okay. Bam 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 dun 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 bam ba bam ba da 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 dun dun da 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 ba ba bam 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 ba ba bam. You see, listen now. This is so important, my gorgeous Virgolinis. It's so important when it comes to your health. Please, it's your shoulders. Very sensitive babies. Your shoulders are going to be ridiculously sensitive throughout this week. The top of your back, the lower back, is also going to be quite sensitive. So make sure that you're sitting in the right way. Make sure that you don't strain your back, you know. Make sure that you sleep in the right way. You sleep on a side with a nice, good quality pillow and a nice pillow in between your legs. It's going to provide you with an opportunity to actually relax the bottom part of your back. in a way you wouldn't be able to relax. This is so important. Another thing is just like try to do like a gentle exercises as well when it comes to this. Vitamin D, as usual, important, my gorgeous Virgolinis, for you to take vitamin D in a supplement, in a food. Organic free-range eggs are rich in vitamin D, or you can take a supplement with vitamin D for your bones. You need it, or you can go outside, you can get it from the sun. You also need like organic acerola cherry powder to protect yourself from cold and flu. Okay, organic acerola cherry powder you take in the morning, 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water, drink it, and in the evening before you go to sleep, 1 teaspoon, a little bit of water, and drink it. And this is going to set you against cold and flu, and even if you get it, you're just going to go over much quicker. You're just going to get healthier much quicker with this lovely amount of vitamin C. It's very important for you to take this indeed. On another hand, what else I was going to say, if you can also basically sorry. Another thing I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgolinis, if you can also basically take a natural dose of B vitamins, and you're going to find this quite beneficial for your digestion, because your digestion is going to be a little bit sensitive. B vitamins are wonderful when it comes to the actual digestive system, but also it's very good for the stress, a little bit of stress you're going to have. So you get a couple of things when it comes to the actual B vitamins. On another hand, make sure that they're natural, or you get them in the food. Also, very important, inside your mouth, I said this to you before, it's going to be very sensitive. Your gums are going to be sensitive. So organic acerola cherry powder in the morning and in the evening are also going to be very beneficial for your gum health. Okay. Also, stick to natural toothpaste without fluoride, please, and natural mouthwash without fluoride from now on. And this, the actual deodorants without aluminium, very important, because you will be very sensitive to aluminium this week indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. And also for those of you in relationship, you know, there is going to be really interesting realization that you are going to have when it comes to your partner. And this is really important realization, because you will realize how clever they are. You will realize how smart they are. So this is going to kind of help you to understand the certain options, to understand a certain opportunity through your own partner. Your partner is going to it's going to come up with some kind of idea, some kind of option or a decision, and you're going to love it, because you're going to think, oh my God, they're so smart, they're so clever. And it's going to happen at the right moment and the right time, because it's going to help you to kind of like have a solution to a certain problem. Something is going to take another 13 months, another additional 13 months, but the solution for the problem, it's going to be really great, because it's also going to provide you with a vision that you wouldn't normally have when it comes to your life, when it comes to your future, when it comes to the certain obstacle that is also going to come to an end. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Virgolinis, I can see you like really having a great time. I can see you enjoying yourself. I can see you feeling rather vavavumish, because this is going to be the return of you feeling naughty and mischievous, but in the best possible way. Of course, be naughty and mischievous. This is so great that the single Virgolinis are going to be very naughty and mischievous this week. And I can see you like kind of testing the waters a little bit, but most importantly, enjoying yourself. There's a lot of like attention that you're going to get this week. There is lots of energy that you're going to get back from people, and that is going to be so good for your confidence. That is going to be so good for your self-esteem indeed. And this is exactly what you need. Just remember, be out as much as you can. Be open-minded as much as you can. But it's also going to be an important element that you will go over, an important element that you will go through when it comes to the certain problem coming to an end. So that is also going to put you in touch with someone very, very special in your life, who's going to become an important part of your spiritual journey, an important part of all this that I've already said so far. And you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, so now before I do Libra, I will be 1 second. Okay. Bam, para, bam, 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 Libra. Nay na na na, oh nay nay na na na, nay na 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 na, nay na na na, nay na na na, oh na nay na na na, nay na 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 na, pam 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 pam, nay na na na. Libera, 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 libera. My gorgeous Liberina, I say Liberina because you are going to feel naughty and mischievous this week as well, and I quite like this because through your own naughtiness, through your own mischievous feeling, you're also going to discover an important part, an important path, an integral part of your spiritual journey. You will look at something, my gorgeous Libera, and you will know it's the light at the end of the tunnel. But this light at the end of the tunnel is going to be absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be absolutely magnificent. It's going to be super powerful and super vibrant, which is on another hand going to boost your radiance. It's going to bring a harmony into your sign, but it's also on another hand going to activate you, and it's going to become the start and the beginning of something very special and very particular and very specific in your life, my gorgeous Libera, because immediately you will be able to make this very strong connection, and that strong connection is going to be everything, you know. Normally it would make you indecisive, normally it would make you contemplate a little bit too much, and then it just all fades into the background and it just goes and it comes back in 12 years. Now, my babies, with the right energy, with the right power, with the right vibration, you are most certainly going to see things crystal clear, and there is an important opportunity that you are going to have. Libera, 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 libera. 8 months later, my gorgeous babies, 8 months later, something really important and really huge is actually going to happen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, it's October, and it's actually 2020 October. It's going to be the second stage of this wonderful unfoldment of this particular opportunity that you're going to have here, that you're going to get hold of, and this is going to be so important because it's going to boost your confidence, it's going to boost your power, and it's going to bring you promise. And that promise is going to make you so optimistic, you know. And this optimism, my gorgeous Liberas, it's going to be everything. Let me tell you something else. Do you know what? Your lucky number this week is number 9. So try to count. 9 is a powerful number, and it's going to provide you with an opportunity where you thought that you didn't have. It's going to show you the opportunity that you didn't think that it even exists, and it's going to come with an element of surprise. You see, you've got number 6, and then you turn it around upside down, it's number 9. So you've got 2 numbers in one, which means that this is going to have another opportunity, but it's there, but it's just going to be highlighted when it's turned upside down. So it's going to be highlighted when the certain situation arises. So this is something very important for you to know. Number 9, you can write in your hand, write on your forehead. No, don't write on your forehead, but write on your hand, like write on your arm maybe, or write on your little leg or something, you know, write on a little piece of paper, number 9, or you can have a pendant with number 9, you can have a ring with number 9, like you can have like a bracelet, like 5 million bracelets I have with number 9. Do you know, see that? Yay. Can you hear it? Libera. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Yeah, so basically it's number 9. It's important because it's just going to help you to boost your confidence. It's going to kind of help you to attach yourself to this particular vibration, to this particular energy, and it's going to make things happen even sooner, even quicker, you know, with a wonderful energy flow indeed. On another hand, Libra, let me tell you something. Do you know, you have a success this week, my babies. You have a great success, you know. That success, it's everything, because it's going to at the same time become the beginning of an adventure without you even realizing, my babies, okay? It's all about material attainment, advantage, well-being, my babies. This is going to reflect on your well-being as well, and you are going to find yourself being rather active, you know, throughout this week. So use it wisely, meaning that you can like do something actively for 11 hours, you know. It's like whole 11 hours you're like, ooh la la, you just go for ages, you know, and then you do another additional 5 hours or something, you know, and then you surprise yourself, oh my god, I can't believe my capacity. Your physical and mental capacity are going to surprise you and take you places, and also make you realize things at the same time. You are going to find yourself in an advanced way. This is so good, yeah, because it's going to help you to realize a certain victory. Victorious. Victorious. This is amazing. Certain victory. And this is a lot to do with the actual abundance, security, and the certain difficulty, you know, but in particular the difficulty that was bringing you down and draining your energy and having like a really negative impact on you for the last 11 months. It's going to come to an end, and it's going to bring a stability, you know. This is so important because it was connected to the stage of your life that you wanted to happen, you wanted to unfold in this particular way. This was part of your dream, part of your wish, part of your gift, you know, that you were kind of hoping for to receive, to reach, to get, because so far there was certain negativity that happened to that particular situation, and there was certain defeat, you know, that you felt, and maybe you had to kind of slightly change the direction a little bit, and it weakened you a little bit because it was draining your energy. So most certainly now this is going to bounce back, and it's also going to come back as an unfinished business, but most certainly now this is going to come back as a business or something that is just going to provide you with a success and accomplishment. That's the bottom line. It's about the accomplishment that you are going to have, which is going to boost your confidence, but it's also going to boost your inner knowledge, and it's also going to boost your self-illumination at the same time, which means that the whole week is going to be quite psychic, and you just need to pay attention to what you suddenly feel drawn to, what suddenly needs your attention, you know, especially if you feel suddenly drawn to some kind of new stage and option. Don't ignore it, my gorgeous Libra. You're all about the balance. The balance is just perfect to explore. The balance is just perfect to be open-minded. The balance is just perfect to actually just do that. Just go with the flow. And you're feeling connected to something subconsciously. It's not just out of the blue. It's coming from that particular flow. It's coming from the universe. It's coming from your spirit guides. It's coming from your guardian angels, my darling. So this is why it's so important to actually go for it, because what is going to happen, an important obstacle is going to come to an end, and that obstacle is just something from before, you know, from a while back. That obstacle is actually from the last 2 years, very important and very significant part of your spiritual journey, and it was so making you feel really uncertain and really uneasy, because it was messing quite a lot about your security and power, and you were uncertain, too much uncertainty about. So now an important obstacle, this is so important, Libra, an important obstacle, it's coming to an end, and it's to do with the decision that you're going to make. Almost immediately, the decision that you're going to make, it's also going to be completely irrelevant and important when it comes to that obstacle, when it comes to things that you like to do, when it comes to things that you should be doing, but also it's so much to do with the like a planning, you know, something to do with like a few months time that is going to take place, and it's already going to start making its way there. It's already going to start clearing following its path. And it's all going to come from you starting to feel like this, who's going to actually make this whole process going indeed. It's absolutely remarkable, and it's creation. It's all about the creativity and the beginning of an absolutely meaningful experience. The meaningful experience that you're going to have, it's going to change your life. The meaningful experience that you're going to have, it's going to be absolutely remarkable, because it's going to help you to reflect on your life in a completely different way. So it's a lot is going to be you're going to be able to understand so much about yourself, and that is at the same time going to be boosting your power. That is at the same time going to make you feel really active, because it's going to become the rebirth, but at the same time beautiful lotus moment, which is also going to become a wake-up call, and it's immediately going to help you to see certain things from a different angle, and that in itself is going to bring a wonderful balance of energy into your sign, energy into your life. It's fantastic because it's all about the actual really beautiful possibilities, that are most certainly going to be connected to things that you have started before, the things that you are starting new, but most certainly it's an expansion of something absolutely mind-blowing and wonderful and absolutely ridiculously powerful that is going to take place this week, that is going to make you feel very happy with yourself, very excited with yourself later on, because it's going to lead towards the peak of your own success, towards the peak of your own activity, my gorgeous Libras. It's going to bring you out. It's going to make you shine. It's going to make you realize important things about yourself, important things about your life. It's all going to be highlighted right in front of you very brightly and very beautiful. Look at these colors of these flowers. This is how I can describe the situation that it's going to be. It's going to be absolutely remarkable. And it's most certainly going to lead towards a powerful and important apprenticeship, new stage, blessings, new option, and it's also going to lead towards the actual transformation, really important investment at the same time, and also the apprenticeship. It's going to be kind of a very important part, very important stage of this particular journey. But there is going to be the little readjustment that you're going to need to make. There is something that is slowly coming to an end, and it is going to require a little bit of your adjustment, a little bit for you to tap into it. But most certainly, this is all about your security and power, you reaching a very important stage of your spiritual journey, and also it's leading towards the resolution of the problem, conclusion, which is going to bring you solace, healing, but also satisfactory result. Is going to inspire you so much, and it's going to boost your confidence. Very important when it comes to control over a situation, action, confidence, because it's coming through your own accomplishment, and that is something that is just gonna that is something that is going to be completely connected to the new beginning, and it's going to bring a really important destiny and fortune moment later on, because most certainly this is going to be something that is going to help you to open up yourself and explore more options, explore more your life, explore different dimensions. Just open your mind. It's what you're doing right now, but it's just about expanding your mind and look at all the other options. See who is inspiring you. See why these people inspiring you, and see what you can get out of that inspiration, out of that energy, out of that power. Everything happens for some kind of a reason. So this is such an important moment of realization, and the next stage when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. Okay, let me just shuffle these cards. And it's just like a really wonderful realization about your skill, wonderful realization about your skill. There is something really important you're going to learn about yourself this week. Very, very important, okay? Very, very important. Of course that I've got this, the Hanged Man. Of course, the Hanged Man, you see? Nothing unusual. This is all about your own rebirth. This is all about your own readjustment. It's all about your own transition. This is so important because it's about you just following your own creativity, my gorgeous Libra. It's so important because you are going through an absolutely remarkable transition, an absolutely remarkable change, and it's so significant because it's going to help you to abandon, the negative part of your life that was bringing you down, down. Something that was making a little bit boring is slowly going to come to an end. But this is what the universe is trying to let you know as well, to move on from it. But most certainly it's going to come in the form of like a little sacrifice, readjustment. But this is all part of it. This is all part of this energy. This is all part of this regeneration, which is just going to lead towards an amazing rebirth. Absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Libra, you also need to make sure that you take like something like organic spirulina. This is something that I really highly advise you to keep on taking. Organic spirulina, 3 tablets, natural tablets in the morning, and 3 tablets in the afternoon with a lunch. Okay, so 6 tablets in total. Or if you would like to prefer to take in a powder form, then you take like about 1 little teaspoon with a little glass of water in the morning, and then again in the lunchtime. Another thing I was going to say to you to protect yourself, organic spirulina from Hawaii. It needs to be from Hawaii, and it needs to be without any horrible ingredients, chemicals, or anything like that. And I highly suggest you spirulina because it's going to boost your energy levels. It's something you need. On another hand, in the morning, you take 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder in the morning, and in the evening as well, twice as well. This is going to boost your vitamin C levels, as we spoke about before, and it's going to be important to actually for your immune system in general. Another thing I was going to say to you is the vitamin D. Natural vitamin D, or you can get it from the sun, or get it like from the organic free range eggs, or you can get it like from the natural supplement, but it needs to be without any horrible ingredients. This is so important. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, oh my Lord, there's something absolutely remarkable is going to take place. For those of you Libras in relationship, there is something beautiful going to take place. There is something wonderful going to take place. Absolutely fantastic. Something memorable is going to take place for those of you in relationship. This week it's going to be important, and it's most certainly going to be life-changing as well. Oh, Libra. Okay, for those of you Libras who are actually single and ready to mingy, do you know what? It's like basically an important week of meeting people, an important week of flirting with people, an important week of like a kind of getting all this boost of confidence through flirting. But there is an important message that you are going to have this week, my gorgeous Libra. An important message that you are going to have this week. Believe me or not, it's all going to be very complex in many different ways, but that particular message that you are going to have this week, it's going to make you feel very happy, and it's going to be very connected to the stage of your life that is going to start changing very quickly and very swiftly. It's very complex, but it's very certain for me to say that this situation is going to be directly connected to you meeting someone absolutely vavomish very, very soon indeed, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, before I go on the next sign, before I go on Scorpione, I will be 1 second. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible, you know. How many times did I walk out? How many times did I walk out? Scorpione. Because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us. Because the night, because the night, because the night, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us. Scorpione. Because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us. My gorgeous Scorpionis, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us. Pam pam param, because the night, because the night, because the night, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us, because the night belongs to Scorpioni, because the night belongs to Scorpioni, Scorpioni. My gorgeous Scorpioni, come out and play, my gorgeous Scorpionis. You know what? Damn, this is a really important week, you know, because it is just like you're gonna just kind of have this energy that is really going to surprise you. It's going to be quite mind-blowing in many different ways, because it's suddenly going to bring you a boost of energy which is just going to activate you in an absolutely mind-blowing way. I say mind-blowing way. It's going to bring you the sharpness where you need to have a sharpness. It's going to bring you energy where you need to have an energy, but because the balance is going to be absolutely perfect when it comes to balanced force and energy in general, it's going to make you feel very optimistic in a sense of action, in a sense of like wanting to change things. So this is what's going to happen. This is going to be an absolutely remarkable time. I know this is going to sound really weird. I'm going to start this now. Oh my God, unsatisfied desires. You know, no, this is important, that the week is going to start with you feeling like what is making you unsatisfied, what is bringing you down, what is draining your energy, what is making you feel negative instead of feeling you positive, making you feel positive. You know, sometimes when you're surrounded by the different people, sometimes when you're surrounded by the wrong people, then they just kind of drain your energy in many different ways. You know, they can just be sitting around you, they can be draining your energy and that can affect you without you even realizing. Whether these are people in your life, whether these are people outside, whether these are people at your work, you know, wherever this is, there is going to be like a really important realization that you're actually going to have, because most certainly these unsatisfied desires are going to be very important for you, because it's at the same time going to be the beginning of change. It's going to be the beginning of blessings that you wouldn't normally have, and instinctively you're going to be like, ooh la la, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Instinctively this is going to be a strong moment in time when it comes to this balance of energy, and that is just going to be so much so very connected to an ancient healing wisdom you will be going through. This is the energy of an ancient healing wisdom you are going to have, which is going to activate you. It's going to activate your power. It's going to activate your strength. And this is nothing unusual, because this is what the number 17, this is the beginning of this week, starts at this number 17. And this is what the reflection on this particular number is going to do to you. Okay? And what else? It's going to make you to kind of have a strength and power. So you're going to do something very, very brave. You're going to do something very heroic. You're going to do something very important when it comes to your own capacity. So for once, that's going to make you realize something quite significant about yourself. Beautiful surprise. But then for another thing, it's actually going to be the beginning of a very, very important and meaningful experience, which is at the same time, my gorgeous Scorpioni, going to provide you with the control over a situation, so you will be able to attach to your own situation from a different angle. And this literally, it's going to be everything, because this is all part of your balance. It is all part of your transformation, my gorgeous Scorpionis, and it's going to lead towards the security and power that you wouldn't have normally. But it's also going to be very good for the quality of your life, very good for your energy, very good to get rid of the negativity that is sucking you out, because you have very powerful signs, but you can be affected by the negative energy because you're very deep, you're very powerful, you're very spiritual, like a Capricornius, you know, you're very deep, like a Pisces, you know, you can extend your energy, you can extend your power through your own mind, through your own thinking. So what can that do? Sometimes if someone is draining your energy, you can end up with this baggage, with this excess of negative energy that can actually bring you down even further, like if you're feeling down already, and that can restrain you in so many different ways. And you, my gorgeous Scorpionis, you need to be absolutely right here, like when it comes to your right mind, because I said this to you before, you have got the ability, the sacred ability to manifest and to achieve so much when it comes to your mind. But because you're so deep, because you're so complex, sometimes you like to play games with yourself without you even realizing. And this is why things become a little bit more messy, things become a little bit more complex, because you're denying certain opportunities to yourself by being maybe a little bit fearful, a little bit scared of the next stage, next option, which is normally connected to the unknown, uncertain. And it's in particular when it's affecting your security and power. And this is why, my Lord, this is such an important moment in time. Let me tell you something. Listen. Listen. Linda, listen. Linda, listen. Linda. Oh Lord, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night, because the night, because the night. Scorpionic, you know what? I'm just picking up on your vibration. I'm picking up on your energy. You are most certainly going to have number 11, my Lord. Oh dear. Number 11 is just basically, it's such a significant number. So it's also a sign for you that you're an entrance of a very important stage, a very significant stage, which is about to change your life. You need to be as open-minded as you can. You need to watch for the signs, but in particular, to follow the number, frequency of numbers. When the frequency of numbers is repeating 1 1 1 1, 2 2 2 2, 3 3 3 3, 4 4 4 4, you also need to see exactly what you were thinking at around the time. You need to look around you immediately look around. Also, this is another thing I want to say, look around immediately when the sequences or numbers are repeating to you throughout this week. Just look around and see what takes your attention. That's going to be what you notice first, what you feel connected to first. There's going to be so much interesting situations that are going to happen and unfold through this, and the realization that you wouldn't normally have, the attachments of the energy that are going to manifest in front of you through these particular pathways are going to be absolutely mind-blowing and are going to provide with an opportunities and realization and obstacles, like you will be able to deal with the obstacles in a completely different way. And this is what I'm talking about. It's going to be absolutely remarkable, very beautiful and powerful moment in time, but it's also about the creativity that is just going to bring you, not only it's going to rejuvenate you, but it's just going to also bring you beautiful energy. This is going to be so good when it comes to your own determination, and it's most certainly going to make you realize the certain accomplishment. This is what I really like about your week, my gorgeous Scorpionis. It's about the accomplishment that you're going to have at the same time, and that accomplishment is also going to bring you so much enthusiasm. And this in itself, it's an important moment in time because it's basically an important moment in time because it's all about the actual creativity. It's time to see completely what you feel drawn to. From the beginning of this week right until the end of this week, it's very, very important to keep watching and keep listening and keep seeing what you feel drawn to. Anything that comes to you that you wanted to do in a really long time, please do it this week, because this is going to be a sacred week of the continuation and also discontinuation. There is an important ending going to happen this week. Not that you're going to end things straight away immediately, but most certainly an important ending is going to take place, because there is going to be a significant person who is going to enter your life, but not enter, but somebody is going to return, a person who really knows you really well. It's going to tell you something quite important when it comes to your own reflection, and that is going to help you to kind of make a decision, and it's going to come through someone very important, very particular, very special, because it's through somebody who knows you really well. You are also going to realize how powerful you are, and once you realize how powerful you are, this is absolutely remarkable moment in time, because it's all about the success that you are going to have before the end of this week. Success through your own hard work, and that in itself is going to make you realize something very important. that you're going to find yourself on an advanced level. You're going to find yourself on a much higher level, okay, than what you thought originally. And that is just going to help you, for one, to actually have a victorious moment in time. This is going to reflect on your health. It's going to reflect on your healing. It's going to reflect on your energy really wonderfully. But that, on another hand, it's also going to bring you the stability, you know, that you were kind of hoping for, that you wanted. And that stability is going to be very, very important, very significant, because now this stability is going to be directly connected to you actually realizing something absolutely mind-blowing, something absolutely out of the extraordinary, that you are going to start feeling completely connected to, completely attached to yourself, to that. And this is going to happen and unfold in a really strange and unusual way, which is just going to have a reflection on that, which is going to help you to reflect on the part of your life in this particular way, which is you're going to discover or rediscover something very, very special about yourself, something that you should be doing, something that you should do like you used to do when you were like a child, or maybe like in a childhood. Something is missing, and I have seen this missing puzzle, my gorgeous Scorpiones. Indeed, I have seen this missing puzzle before. This is very important because it's also going to be the return of an old you that is actually missing, but now the things are changing. Now karmically you're reaching a very important stage. Spiritually you're reaching ridiculously important stage. So now the time is right for this return puzzle to return into your life. So don't be surprised when you start feeling connected to your childhood or connected to things that you used to do. When that happens, just try to think, what exactly are you thinking about? Try to think what exactly is your subconscious mind trying to make you to pay attention to. What is missing? There is a lot that you're going to realize as well when it comes to the certain obstacles right now, my gorgeous Scorpiones. It's an important moment in time, and also it is the great honor that you're going to feel because you're reaching an important stage of your life where you're going to be able to be very important figure when it comes to your immediate home, in order to actually to do something, the big change. You know, you're going to be the main person in order to make some kind of big change. It's just all down to you. It's all up to you, but you're gonna feel the greatest honor, and people around you are gonna feel really importantly about you, like in an honorable way, which is absolutely brilliant, which is in itself going to be an amazing moment in time. But in particular, when it comes to the actual transformation, clearing away the old to make a place for the new, you know. And also this is going to be an important time when it comes to that, but it's just in particular it's the financial opportunity at the end of the week that is just going to absolutely change everything, and it's going to make you feel so good about yourself. You see the High Priestess, you're reaching a very important stage when it comes to your life, and very important realization. I really like it, not only when it comes to success, not only when it comes to security and power, not only when it comes to like a new direction, new dimension, you know, all this wonderful energy which is going to rejuvenate you. But it's important to think about the quality of life. It's important to remember that this life is really short, you know. We live on this earth for a little while and then we go somewhere else, you know. So we're only like a passengers here. We're only passers by. You're 20, you're 30, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60, you're 70, you're 80, you're 90, you're 100, you know, in no time. But you always feel the same. You always feel the same. You're always the same person inside, okay? Always the same spirit inside, okay? You're learning through your own lessons and things like that in life, but you're always the same person. Indeed, you're changing, but you're the same. The bottom line is, why am I saying this to you? Because it is just going to be very powerful realization that you're going to have, and it's pretty much so to do with a certain self-denial, my gorgeous Scorpiones. Why are you self-denying yourself? You know, it's to do with a certain self-denial, and it's so important that that came to an end. And as soon as you realize this, it's very wise to you just to start changing things around that ending thing. It's so important because it's going to make you realize that you were restrained and it was holding you down. It was making you very, very negative about your life. So this is why things are going to change almost immediately after you realize this, because it's going to help you with the quality of life. But most importantly, it's going to help you when the energy was draining to realize, and to realize where you're frequently feeling too restrained. Very important, my gorgeous Scorpiones, indeed. Now, basically, for when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Scorpion, is like when it comes to your health, it's just so significant for you. Also, please, please, please make sure that you're taking vitamin D for your bones. Please, vitamin D is something essential. So if you can get it from the sun, that's fine. But if you can't, just make sure that you take natural source of vitamin D. Like, make sure that you take like maybe organic free range eggs are rich in vitamin D, for example, or you can get like a vitamin D from the natural supplement, but make sure that it's without any chemicals, horrible ingredients, anti-aging agents and things like that. And vitamin D is going to be beneficial for your bones. And also make sure that you take something like organic acerola, because it's going to help you with the cold and flu. You will be prone to cold and flu a bit more. So it's organic acerola. If you can drink one in the morning, little glass of water, 1 teaspoon, one in the morning and one in the evening right before you go to sleep. So this is something that I would really highly suggest you to have. And at the same time, inside your mouth is going to be sensitive. Make sure that you're using toothpaste without fluoride. Make sure that you're using like a mouthwash without fluoride. Both toothpaste and mouthwash, the perfect combination would be to be aloe vera and tea tree. Aloe vera toothpaste and aloe vera and tea tree toothpaste and aloe vera and tea tree mouthwash without fluoride. This is something I would highly suggest you because it's going to help you with your gums. And also organic acerola cherry, as I said, on one hand it's going to help you with your vitamin C levels, on another hand it's going to help you with your gum healing indeed, because vitamin C helps really nicely. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, you see, for those of you in relationship, it's an important transformation that you're going to have. You need to fix something. Something is maybe not quite right. Something needs a little bit of your attention. This week will be very important to deal with an old karma. So this is for the partners. Something is going to return, a problem, an issue, maybe some kind of argument, but it's most certainly going to be required from you both to actually deal with it right now. This week, very important, because if you don't, it's going to go somewhere else in the completely different dimension, and it's going to return like something much more difficult and much more complex in order for you to deal with it, in order to work it out. Okay, so for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Scorpionists, you know what? It's like, this is what I find quite interesting. When you are kind of like, sorry, when you're kind of least expected, there is someone is going to walk into your life. But it's not going to happen this week. This week, how you're going to know that you're closer to an important situation with some stranger in the night, Scorpione in the morning. How you will know that you're close to a very important situation is basically because when you are committed to the task at hand, something is going to be given to you, something is going to be provided to you, something is going to be presented to you. Whether you're working, whether you're retired, it doesn't matter. Whether you're college, university, it doesn't matter. When you're least expected, when you're committed to the task at hand, there is someone very special who's going to be around you. You will not even see the glimpse of that person just yet, but most certainly someone is going to be the part of your element, the part of your dimension, the part of your journey. Someone is going to be around you when you least expected, and when you're so concentrated towards something. Your concentration levels are going to be like, ooh la la, this is the highest peak of your concentration activity you had in a long time. This is when this someone very special is about to enter your life. My gorgeous Scorpionis, watch this space. Okay, before I do Sagittarius, I will be 1 second. Okay. Ooh, baby, baby. I'm back, 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 I'm back. I'm back, 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 I'm back. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My gorgeous Sagittarius, just when you thought that you missed the train, just when you thought that you missed the train, now it's all going to be a really nice turnaround for you indeed, because there will be an amazing moment in time that you're going to have at around the beginning of this week, and it's going to slap you in your face, but in a beautiful spiritual slap, which is at the same time going to be the beginning of transformation, because for once it's going to surprise you, for two it's going to be something that you didn't expect, but then for number three it's just going to become the beginning of something very special. It's beautiful moment in time where the unfinished business is about to return into your life, and this happens only when the situation, the energy, the dimension is so vibrant, and it's so important for you, for your spiritual journey, to dig deeper, a little bit deeper, in order to get to the certain stage where you wouldn't normally get. But most importantly, this is an essential part of who you are, what you should be doing, and most certainly and most importantly, something that you're going to need to pay attention to in order to achieve the highest levels of your own spiritual journey, because this is what we are here for on this earth, to work on our lives, to do things that we are meant to be doing, because every single one of us is meant to be doing certain things. So most certainly now this is going to provide you with the adequate information and direction and option that you wouldn't normally have, but it's also going to almost immediately make you feel very instinctively. It's immediately going to be very optimistic moment in time for you, because it's also going to become like an adventure for you and the beginning of something very important and very special, and you will know, because you're going to instantly feel like very enthusiastic, and you will immediately feel bits and pieces about your future that you will be able to connect it to. And also an obstacle, a certain obstacle, is almost immediately going to come to an end, and it's going to help you to make a decision, to cut something out of your life, to change something, to make a certain redirection that was very much so needed, because it's connected to the very slow and very stale and very like a part of your life that was kind of affecting you in such a way where you didn't get enough success or enough excitement, if I can say it like that. So that's just going to come to an end, and it's most certainly going to finish and provide you with a solution, with an important obstacle that is at the same time going to make you feel a little bit indecisive, but most certainly the decision is going to be made, which is also going to be the greatest moment in time when it comes to your own spiritual awakening. This is so important because it's going to create an important stage for happiness, excitement, big change that you will be able to make when it comes to your home, when it comes to your family. Very big and important joy is going to take place, and this is all going to be connected to your gain, connected to your advancement, connected to some kind of expectation that you had, but it's going to come with an element of surprise. And I'm not surprised, because this happens when you are going through a transformation, but at the same time you're going to receive much needed blessings, and these blessings that you are going to receive are also going to help you to pay attention to the certain change that's needed in your life, but it's also going to provide you with the bravery and capacity in order to deal with the stage of your life that caused like a little bit of overburden feeling for the last 9 months. So most certainly you are going to deal with unsatisfied desires and struggle in such a wonderful and beautiful way, and you are, my Sagittarians, my babies, you are most certainly going to surprise yourself, because purely you're going to have a control over situations, strength, courage, and that is just going to be so good to make you realize certain messy part of your life is going to become very much so brightly visible to you, and that in itself is going to extend your energy, determination, and it's most certainly going to bring you confidence, and it's just so important, the confidence to have in order to deal with the stage of your life, with the part of your life that you've been kind of like getting on hold on to. You will are holding on to the certain stage and certain part, and spiritually and karmically it's coming to an end, and you don't need to do anything. All you need to do is just basically to realize what are you kind of maybe not honest to yourself to. This week it's very important when it comes to our own spirituality, when it comes to come to terms with the certain things, when it comes to being honest, when it comes to thinking positively and in an optimistic way, because it's a very spiritual week indeed. So this is why this is going to boost your radiance in many different ways. So it's very important for you to understand that there is also going to be the sacred knowledge that you are going to have, a self-illuminating moment, which is going to be very powerful indeed, but it's also going to help you to be vigilant with the certain parts of your life. This self-illuminating moment is going to be very important because it's going to help you to be vigilant with certain things, and you're going to understand some kind of things that you should kind of change or go over or even ignore in order to get where you want to get, to achieve the peak level, the biggest level of your own illumination, which is going to be all part of your transformation indeed. The bottom line is, it's just about the basically a self-denial. You will know about what is making you sad. You will know what is bringing you down. You will know suddenly the balance of energy is just going to pinpoint towards like the stage that slowly come to an end. And now this is the time of creativity. This is the time of the new beginning. There is some kind of new beginning. It's also going to take place, but as in the beginning of something absolutely mind-blowing indeed, in many different ways. But this is all going to be the beginning of a meaningful experience and adventure that is just going to become more important and more more full of energy and power than anything else, and it's immediately going to put you, going to make you very determined, going to make you feel very active, and it's also going to immediately going to provide you with an invitation, an opportunity, realization that you will have an invitation, an opportunity, but this is also going to be connected to you, maybe kind of extending your mind, extending your knowledge in order to get where you want to get. But most certainly it's about the satisfaction, accomplishment, and it's all leading down to the same thing, that it's about the actual security and power. But most certainly resolution of the problem is just going to be so important, and it's going to surprise. You're going to surprise yourself because you're going to react in a certain way, like really quickly and sharply, and that is just going to be the beginning of an important stage, because you're also going to have the creativity. You are going to have an important beginning. You're gonna hear about the actual outcome of the past effort, which is also going to be really brilliant, and it's most certainly going to help you to make a certain judgment where you couldn't make it before, which is absolutely brilliant. But let me tell you something, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is really important. Important moment in time, because it is just, you are going through an important transition, and something, in the past 9 months that you have been focusing on, something in the last 9 months that you wanted to happen, something that you in the last 9 months that you wanted to achieve, it's actually going to really come through as an important realization, as an important option, as an important success. There is a very, very significant success that I'm seeing that you're gonna have here, and this is very deep, and this is gonna prove something to you. It's gonna prove something to people around you. Perhaps you wanted to prove something to someone. However, a big moment you're going to have that is just going to come through, a moment in time when you had like a really long obstacle and you had to make a certain action, and you also had to keep going. So now this is the moment in time when you're gonna have an absolutely remarkable achievement achievement, and in particular through your own hard work. And it's in particular, this is going to be a very important moment in time when it comes to your own accomplishment. It's to do with a wish, okay? This is an important stage. You're going to be so much closer to an absolutely remarkable and mind-blowing stage when it comes to your life. Emotionally, you're getting ready for something. Emotionally, you're getting ready for something, and this is also due to the fact that emotional security is becoming a very relevant and very strong part of your life. So whatever is going on in your life, whatever was going on in your life in the last 6 months, especially when it comes to your emotions and especially when it comes to your security, this is exactly that situation, that unfoldment, start and the beginning and realization was directly responsible for all this, because it was the time when you realize that it's time for change, transformation, regeneration, rebirth, readjustment. You need to change something slightly, slowly, but it's the time of enlightenment and vitality that is absolutely going to be amazing moment in time for yourself, because it is just going to help you to discover yourself, and it's also going to help you to realize the greatest abundance that you wouldn't normally realize through the actual obstacle that slowly came to an end. I really like it because also it is a lot to do with determination, that you will have. It's a lot to do with the concentration, and the back of the concentration, the concentration which is going to become a relevant part of your life, which is also going to be very strong time of manifestation as well. It's a perfect time to actually negotiate, because there is an important negotiation that you're going to have, my gorgeous Sagittarius. So please, if you want to negotiate, go for it this week. It's going to be brilliant. And also it is a victorious time that you're going to have. So when it comes to the actual justice, also there is a very big moment that you're going to have. You're going to hear a good news when it comes to the justice, something that you've been waiting for, and that is immediately going to put a big smile on your face. It's going to bring a wonderful balance and a very, very wise advice you're going to get. Sagittarini, listen to me. When you hear about a certain justice, whatever you think that justice is, whatever you feel like a justice is, it could be up legal or non-legal. It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel like it's a justice and it's to do with you, at the same time, you will know that there is a very important advice. You will get it around that time. Very important advice. And that advice is going to help you to get out of the situation. Okay? Very, very important, my gorgeous Sagittarius, indeed. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards now, and I will see what is your tarot card, okay? Let me tell you something else. This week, it's going to be absolutely super important when it comes to mingling with the right people, when it comes to being around people, when it comes to you testing the waters. But try to be as active as you can. Try to go out as much as you can. Try to meet as many people as you can, because there are some very important people that you're going to meet this week that are going to become an integral part of your spirituality. They will become your power. They will become your strength. They will become the part of your manifestations, but they will also help you to understand things and see things through a different way. So therefore, these people are essential and very important in your life, Sagittarius, okay? There we go, King of Swords, of course. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It's an absolutely remarkable moment in time, my gorgeous Sagittarius. This is like absolutely remarkable moment in time. I really have to say to you that basically you are going to find out something very significant about yourself as well. The significant thing that you're going to find out about yourself is going to be connected to your success. The success that you're going to have, it's going to be so important for the certain balance. This is going to bring you the balance, and the balance that you're going to have, it's also going to be so important when it comes to the actual big change. It's going to be so important when it comes to the big change that you're going to start making then and there. But it's also going to start the process, start the progress, in your life of the transformation that you have been waiting for a long time. But it's all about the right balance with the spirituality and the prosperity. And now you're reaching this place, and now you're reaching this, and that is going to also provide you with an important moment where you're going to realize, oh my God, it's going to be beautiful light at the end of the tunnel moment, but it's also about the unlimited possibilities, and it's just the realization. You will have realization which is about to change your life. You are going to have a realization which is about to change your life in a form of confirmation, and that is going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to create the same strong path at the same time, which is just going to be super important for one of the biggest things you have ever done in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarius, indeed. For those of you who are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous Sagittarius, for those of you who are wondering about health, you see, it's very important to actually take a vitamin D, natural form of vitamin D as well. So you can get it in organic free range eggs, or you can get it in a natural supplement, and also like a calcium, magnesium and zinc. Important. Calcium and magnesium are important for your skeleton, for your bones, which are going to be quite sensitive, and the zinc is going to be good to boost your immune system, together alongside with the actual organic acerola cherry powder. It's the natural form of vitamin C, which is going to provide with a whopping amount of vitamin C every single morning. I highly suggest you to take like a vitamin C or organic acerola cherry powder with a little glass of water in the morning and in the evening before you go to sleep, and this is going to help you quite a lot to restore your vitamin C levels, and it's going to boost your immune system, because cold and flu are going to be quite strong here. And of course, just remember aluminium. You're going to be sensitive to aluminium, and make sure that you're using aluminium free deodorants. Okay, please make sure that you're using aluminium free deodorants. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, for those of you in relationship, my gorgeous Sagittarius, for those of you in relationship, it's just basically it's also, I think that you are both going to be going through something that is going to cause you a little bit stress this week, you know, and it's the same going to be with your partner. So I would just like kind of like try to kind of stay away from each other, or if you're like a stroppy with each other, this is not going to be the great week to sort out the problems. You can, this week you can just like move on. You do things that make you feel happy. Your partner should be doing things that make them happy. You know, it's just a lot going on in your life and in your partner's life, so it's going to be quite a week, maybe like a stroppy little week. So any kind of discussion or anything like that, I wouldn't advise on this week, maybe week after. But both of the nervous feeling or stroppy feelings that you're both going to have, it's not caused by you causing it to each other, it's caused by other things caused to you. For example, lots of work. But sadly, when it comes to you two, it's just going to be a little bit of a stroppy time. Week after that, it's going to be fine, but just this week it's going to be stroppy. It's not going to be like the greatest week to sort out the problems. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, this is an amazing moment in time of accomplishment, of the greatest power, and it's a lot to do with meeting people. You need to go out there and meet as many people as you can. This is all about you finding out certain things about yourself, you enjoying yourself, you flirting and having lots of flirting back. This is very important for your confidence, but there is going to be quite significant realization that you're going to have at the same time, indeed. And it's going to be crucial. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, I will be 1 second before Capricorn news. Okay, just 1 second. Capricornius, 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 pam 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 para papa, Capricornius, Capricornius. You are entering an absolutely magical, a wonderful, a powerful stage or a powerful period indeed, my gorgeous Capricornius. And I say that you are entering a really powerful and significant stage indeed. It's in particular when it comes to the manifestation, when it comes to your power, when it comes to this realization. There are two things that are going to take place. One thing is going to manifest at the beginning of the week as in your own success, which is going to also become the beginning of a very sacred and powerful unfoldment, okay? And it's going to provide with an opportunity that is going to surprise you in the best possible way, but it's also going to boost your confidence, it's going to boost your power, and it's going to also make you think in a slightly different way, because there is an idea that you're going to have, and this is so much so to do with something that you were thinking about before, the new stage, new option. It's what you're doing now, but it's taking things on the next level. And on another thing that I was going to say, my gorgeous Capricornius, is that there is the second thing. If you're gonna start the manifestation, there is an option that is gonna come towards you through the certain obstacle. Some problem is going to come to an end. That problem is connected to some kind of like a situation in your home, situation in your family, situation with your lover, situation with somebody who is very close to you, that would actually happen like maybe within the last couple of months, and it was draining your energy without you even realize, and it became a little bit toxic, not necessarily in a bad or negative way, but it was very toxic when it comes to you. So therefore there were like a couple of things actually, yes, that were going on in your life that were affecting you without you even realizing, because you're very deep, you're very powerful, you're very spiritual, and it's all about your energy, the power of your mind, manifestation and focus. If the focus is like affected by something, like in particular when it comes to your emotions, the energy of emotions is very strong, the energy of love is very powerful. So it means that somebody in your life maybe you were worrying about. Who were you worrying about in your life? Who was bringing you problems? Who was like making you feel like something that you were worrying about? So this is all going to be shifted, and it's wonderful because it's at the same time going to provide you with the transformation, the beginning of transformation. It's going to make you and help you realize that you will have the return of energy. This is how it's going to feel, a return of energy. It's going to make you feel like it's the new moon, and it's very important to do things like it's a new moon, for example. So try to clear away the old in order to make space for the new. It's very important because this energy is going to reflect on you rather wonderfully. Look at these little babies here, flowers. Like for example, I will give these flowers to somebody else and I will bring a new flowers here. So karmically I do something wonderful, and also on another hand, energetically I help myself out. This is something that you should be really doing, and it's going to help you with the boost of energy, and it's going to help you with the boost of confidence. On another hand, it's going to make you even more active and determined indeed. And also, on another hand, what else I was going to say, you are going to start feeling yourself, and I'm so happy, and it's going to happen through the actual benefit, it's going to happen through the certain success. I'm so delighted. You are going to hear a good news at the beginning of the week, and the good news that you're going to hear, it's about your success. That is going to immediately put you in the certain frame of mind where you wanted to be, but it's also immediately going to make you realize that it's going to start the moment, which is going to take the further 9 months to actually start 9 months, and the 10th month is going to be very important. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course that it's going to be the actual December. November and December are going to be ridiculously important when it comes to your life. November and December are going to be life-changing. November and December are going to be remarkable when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Capricornius. But this week it's going to be absolutely directly responsible indeed. Not only instinctively you've managed to get to this stage, but it's all about the ancient healing wisdom that you are going to have throughout the week. So you will see strange little things are going to be happening, strange little things you're going to be feeling, strange little things you're going to be, strange little things you're going to feel drawn to. Just go for it. Just do it. You will be getting information through all sorts of different ways, through all sorts of different channels. This is all part of the week, and really wonderful and powerful energy where it's actually ancient healing wisdom, very much so strongly active. And this is all part of the actual worldly power and accomplishment and a confidence that you are going to have. This is so important because it's all through your own success gain that you are going to have at the beginning of this week. And this is so important because it's all about the overcoming challenges. I'm so happy for you because you are going to overcome a certain challenge, my gorgeous Capricornians, by the end of this week. And once that happens, you are just basically going to find yourself in a way advanced stage, way advanced level, and you deserve it. This is brilliant. And this in itself is going to provide you with 2 opportunities that you wouldn't normally have. It's a mind-blowing moment in time because you're going to find yourself in an advanced level, your own victory, very, very important time when it comes to your own victory. And also, let me tell you something, an important conversation. You're going to have a mind-blowing conversation, and it's so important because it may not even seem as important as it actually going to be. So a bit of a test, a bit of a challenge, a bit of a surprise. Whoever you talk to this week, my gorgeous Capricornians, give 1000%, you know, whoever you speak to, whoever you come in touch with, you know, whoever you talk to, whoever you see, whoever you meet, just give 1000%. I'm not saying that you are not doing it normally, but I'm just saying that this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing situation because it is going to lead towards something very successful, towards a certain realization, okay, but also towards something very successful when it comes to the certain negotiation. On another hand, powerful moment in time when it comes to the negotiation. You are going to have a negotiation, and that negotiation is going to be directly responsible for swift change, sudden progress, and movement. And that is going to be followed by an important message, okay? And this is all about the actual victory and a successful negotiation, as already said, and also the justice. The time of justice is yours. It's absolutely remarkable. Very wise advice you're going to get, you're going to have at the same time. On another hand, anything like to start new, anything that's making you feel nervous, anything that's bringing you down, anything that is affecting your confidence, it's absolutely remarkable to do it on this week because you're growing spiritually. So anything that's testing the water, anything that's making you nervous, anything that's bringing you down, anything that you think it's like kind of affecting your energy levels, you know, it's absolutely perfect to deal with, you know, any problems, because you will be sacredly guided, and that is also going to be the peak of your karmic activity, which means that every single difficult situation is going to provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing outcome that you, for once, you wouldn't expect, but for 2, it's going to help you with a certain obstacle, and for 3, it's just going to be an amazing moment in time when it comes to the resolution of the problem's conclusion, which is going to bring solace and healing, and that is going to reflect on you, it's going to reflect on your health, and also most certainly it's going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the actual material attainment, you know, and it's so good because that in itself it's going to create a new path that you know you wouldn't normally have. And also, you know, very, very important to say that there is a certain benefit and profit that you are going to get this week, you know, certain benefit and profit you are going to get this week. And this is so important because it's going to kind of like confirm something to you. It's going to open up a new pathways to you. It's going to help you out so much to make an important decision, because it's at the same time going to bring you balanced force and harmony. And that is going to make you feel very strongly, very firmly about a new direction in your life where you kind of felt like you didn't have enough confidence, self-esteem and power to go towards. Now, my babies, this is going to change everything, because the balance intact is necessary to maintain pace, and this is exactly what you're going to realize, and this is going to be your starting point, because it's all going to boil down to this: new assertiveness, new direction, new option, which is at the same time going to change your life, but it's also going to be very important when it comes to the big change. Your home is going to require big change, and you are going to feel absolutely honorable to be the one who's going to be able to edit things, change things, and put your foot down in the form of making a really big change. I'm so happy for you, because you are going to have a great moment, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to your own boost of confidence. You're going to have a great moment when it comes to being honored. Somebody is going to be very happy with you, with your progress, for example, like in a professional way, but also it's going to mean to you so much that emotionally, when it comes to emotions, love, feelings, there is a really beautiful moment of being proud that you're going to feel in the direction of these feelings and emotions. Like the people who are going to feel proud of you are also going to be like a family members or people who are in your life, and this is going to mean to you so much, because it's also going to become the time of an unfoldment at the same time, and you instinctively are going to be very powerful, and there is an important decision that you're going to make when it comes to your own new beginning, and this is at the same time you're realizing that it's a completion of the certain journey, but now this is also going to provide you with an option that you didn't have before, and immediately you will be activated. Immediately you will start a process of invocation. Absolutely fantastic, and most certainly this is going to give you the reason to celebrate. Honestly, this is going to give you the reason to celebrate. Another thing that I was going to say, somebody will also again need your help. I know I said before that karmically there was somebody that needed your help, but now there is somebody else that needs your help. Somebody is going to be going through something very difficult in your life, okay? Very low, and they're not saying, and it's bringing them down. Please try to find out again who this is. Somebody in your life needs your help. Somebody's being down, somebody's feeling low, somebody's feeling negative, but I don't like it because it's very dark for my likings, very dark energy. So I just need you to understand as a Capricornius, you have got a powerful and very infectious energy when it comes to excitement, when it comes to optimism, when it comes to those moments in time when the energy is absolutely perfectly balanced. Your energy is going to be perfectly balanced. Please try to see who is actually going to need your help this week. This is somebody very close to you indeed. The High Priestess that I took out again. This is unbelievable how many times I took out this card actually. This is important because it's a very powerful time when it comes to your own self-illumination, because it's all about you being very wise, you being very deep. This is going to make you feel very wise, very deep, and you're going to feel very good with yourself. And this is brilliant because of the boost of confidence that you're going to have. On another hand, that is going to penetrate you. It's going to penetrate your mind, and it's going to help you to go as far as you can when it comes to the power of your mind, and it's also going to give you power and boost of confidence in order to make a decision to cut out certain things of your life are coming to an end that is making you feel like a restraint. It's about the quality of life. Enjoy your life, and also make sure that you're like successful if you want to be successful, of course, you see. And you see, something is going to return from the past. Very important. You see, you're going to feel a very strong connection with the past this week. Try to see what exactly are you thinking, because there is going to be the certain answer that you are going to have, going to gain, going to get, going to receive through your past. Certain answer, certain puzzle, which is going to come back into your life right now, going to help you with an obstacle, but it's also going to provide you with a completely different picture. Important. Okay, so now my gorgeous Capricornius, Capricornius, dun, 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 Capricornius, da, 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 da. Okay, so now basically when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's basically, when it comes to your health, it's very significant for me to say you need to drink as much water as you can. Very important indeed, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. Another thing that I was going to say, inside your mouth, it's again going to be quite sensitive, and your cold and flu is the same thing. It's just like kind of like you will be prone to cold and flu. So it's very important to take organic acerola cherry powder. I know I recommend it every time, but it's organic acerola cherry powder. to take one in the morning, 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it up in the morning, and one just right before you go to sleep. Very important to take organic acerola cherry powder because it's going to provide you with a wonderful amount of vitamin C, and that in itself is going to be wonderful to boost your immune system, and also it's going to help you with the gum healing, with the sensitive gums, okay? And also zinc, please, zinc, like a supplement, natural supplement zinc, if you can take, this is also going to be very good to boost your immune system, okay? And also vitamin D, it's very important for your bones, okay? So you can get a vitamin D in certain foods like organic free-range eggs, or you can get it in a natural supplement, but it's just something that I highly suggest you to get. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you who are actually in relationship, ooh la la, really nice surprise you are going to have. Your partner did something, they started something, they created something at some point in their past, and now they're going to have a really great achievement, okay? And you're gonna like it. On one hand, you're gonna be surprised, but it's most certainly going to be a good surprise indeed, okay? Because I think that you're gonna learn something very special about your partner, very significant, and this is going to be really good for both of you as well. For those of you Capricornians who are single and ready to mingy, most certainly, I don't think that this is going to be the right person. There is somebody who's going to be around you this week. I think you will kind of be wondering whether this is the right person or not, whether you like them or not, but I would say just run away from this person because it's somebody who's not really good around you. Not necessarily evil or anything like that, but it's just this person is like this person is just not basically having a great time in their lives. They kind of like are having some kind of progress, but they haven't finished it. Maybe they're still in relationship somewhere, or maybe they're lying, maybe they're cheating. There is something quite no. It's actually not a good person. Actually, it's quite a negative person. Yeah, I can feel it. I can sense it. So it's something like you basically just stay away from this particular person because someone is going to be around you, but that person is connected to something that's not finished yet, so most likely in some kind of relationships. I would like, no baby, no. Okay, before I do Aquamarini, I will be 1 second. When the moon when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, I love you, my Aquamarini, Marini. Honestly, Aquamarinis, you know what? It's just like all about your creativity. It's the return of the old you. It's some kind of emotional problem and emotional issue that is going to be connected to you at the beginning of the week. You will be worrying about someone. You will be worrying about somebody in your life, and it's most likely to do with their health, or it's most likely to do with like some kind of new stage or uncertain stage that these people have found themselves at, and they're going to be absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. But most certainly emotionally, this is going to make you feel like a little bit drained, but it's going to be absolutely fine. So there is nothing to worry about. Everything is going to take its natural course, and it's going to be absolutely fine. On another hand, you are going to hear some really beautiful promise about that situation. So whoever you're worrying about, my gorgeous aquamarinis, it's going to be absolutely fine. There is nothing to worry about. And also there's the certain like a maybe realization. You're gonna hear something. Please don't get me wrong, like I'm all dark Lala, like basically, don't get me wrong, like there will be something that you will hear about. Maybe you will worry about somebody's health, somebody very close to you, somebody who's very important to you, somebody who you really love, somebody who's very important figure in your life. You're going to worry about their health, but they're going to be absolutely fine. So I can see this, I can sense this. This is like there is absolutely no tomorrow. You have nothing to worry about. That person is going to be fine, and you are most certainly going to hear a good news. This is absolutely wonderful week because I can see that, you know, there is a certain wisdom that is coming in as well when it comes to you. You're very powerful. You're very empath. You know, I said this many times. You're born empath. You're born psychic indeed. And having the number 17 as the beginning of the week and number 23 as the end of the week, this is going to be rather mind-blowing because it's going to reflect on you in an absolutely remarkable way. This week is going to mark the return of wonderful energy. Suddenly, my gorgeous aquamarinis, it doesn't matter if you're gonna worry a little bit. That's just wonderful trait about you. It's just the way you are. You do put lots of other people in front, you know, first, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying that this is going to be absolutely wonderful week, and it's going to mark the return of something very, very special, something very significant. You're going to be able to feel yourself in a completely different way, and I like this. And it's very difficult to explain the way this is going to be, the way you're going to feel exactly until you reach the first part of this week. It's going to be wonderful, and it's going to reflect on you feeling very optimistic, very mischievous, very open-minded, very excited, and very, very energetic, very re-energized as well. And when it comes to your health, this is a wonderful moment in time when it comes to the actual healing, beautiful moment in time when it comes to those ailments, you know, that you haven't seen any improvements in a really long time. Now, this week, they should take place. And this is absolutely remarkable because this is all going to create a part of the really big picture. You're gonna start living again. You're gonna start feeling yourself again. I'm not saying that you didn't live before, but I'm saying that there were things that were attached to you, 3 different things that you were so much worrying about, my gorgeous aquamarinis, 3 different things that you were so much worrying about that it was draining your energy. It was draining your power. It was like really part of your dimension so much, but it was affecting you and restraining you without you even realizing. At the time you would realize, but you know, most of the time you wouldn't realize how much this was actually draining energy from you because you were blaming something yourself. It's coming from the fact that you were blaming something yourself. So now this is going to come in a form of a radiance because you're going to realize this, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And it's immediately going to make you realize which unsatisfied desires are bringing you down and are making you unhappy, and you are going to make a necessary action. You're going to do something a little bit different, and this in itself is going to be brilliant because it is going to also you know, deal with like a very important obstacle, and that is just also at the same time basically going to be very important for you to realize how powerful you are on one hand, but on another hand, you will realize that you need to move on. You will realize that you will need to move on from the certain imagination that is hurting you. Okay, so it's the certain imagination, the certain path that is hurting you. You need to you will realize what that is before the end of this week. Do you get me, my gorgeous aquamarinis? This is very important, because this was something that was very much so relevant to your life, but it wasn't as relevant as you think, and therefore it was the fake sense of reality that was making things even more difficult, even more darker, so you weren't able to find your way out. So most certainly now, by the end of this week, you know, you are going to feel revolutionary. This will create and it will cause a revolutionary moment, because there is a little bird omen omen that you will see at the same time. There will be bright color, something bright, something unusual about the color, but it's a bright color or something unusual about the color, but it's most certainly going to mark a very bright stage of your life, of the changes. This bird omen, when you see, you will know that the big change is about to start, the big change is about to happen, and it's going to come in a form of an opportunity, but you will know it's coming from a completely different angle, from a completely different dimension, because you will also know that you moved on from a certain stage in your life, whether you realize this or not. Just remember, you will move on from the certain imagination that you will know by the end of this week which imagination was actually hurting you. It's to do with a bit of a fantasy. Let me be a fantasy, yeah. Let me be a fantasy. Sorry, you will realize what was like actually hurting you. So now you will realize big change is needed, but you need to change your routine. Sorry, you need to change your routine. Sorry, well, you need to change your return. Yeah, I suppose routine. You see, it's to do with a certain return. You see, it's to do with a certain return. But what I meant originally is you need to change your routine. You need to change your routine. Very important for you to change your routine this week, my gorgeous aquamarine, is so much, because this is where you will find your heart. This is what is going to boost your confidence. This is going to boost your power. This is going to boost your energy. This is going to boost your spirit. This is going to rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow, and you are going to find the energy that was lost for a really, really long time. The energy that was lost for the last 7 years. It's about to return. This is nothing unusual. This is nothing that doesn't happen normally. But when it's that specific number of 7 years, it's also marking an absolutely angelic stage that you're entering, an important, remarkable, angelic stage that you're entering. It's also going to provide you with an opportunity that you're going to start, that you're going to take, that you're going to have. And this opportunity is going to come in a form of like an invitation, and it's going to be very important, because it's going to be connected to the certain request and the challenge, and that is all going to take place, and it's going to have an important moment 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in September 2020. September 2020 is going to be remarkable when it comes to this particular situation. It is going to be the reflection purely the reflection from this week, but it's also purely coming from the actual obstacle which just provided you with a wake-up call, but at the same time with the beginning of an unfoldment, beautiful sacred lotus moment, which is going to take place in September 2020, and it's just going to confirm everything for you like there is no tomorrow. There are lots of uncertainties that were actually created around this area, lots of uncertainty indeed, that are going to become very important moment in time when it comes to your own improvement, my gorgeous aquamarines. This is remarkable. This week, it's going to be absolutely important when it comes to your improvement, your emotional improvement, and when it comes to your improvement, like development, when it comes to your promotion, when it comes to the outcome of the past effort, it's going to feel like a rebirth. In particular, the midweek, it's going to be very important when it comes to feeling like your own rebirth, because something really beautiful is going to happen, and it's going to make you realize security and power. And this is going to be a very powerful moment in time when it comes to your own Vavumish feeling, because this is going to start making you feel very strongly and very solid about the stage and journey that you started not that long ago. You felt uncertain. There is an important accomplishment that you are going to have that is just going to be more important than any confirmation that you had in a really, really long time. And that in itself is going to start and mark at the beginning of a transformation indeed, and it's going to be connected immediately to the big change when it comes to your home. This week it's going going to be so important when it comes to you making a big change, you making a really big decision. And that decision, my babies, is going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to be directly connected to your home, to your happiness, to the joy, pleasure, peace, love, containment, good family life, honor, the greatest honor you're going to feel and have. And something very important is going to happen to you when it comes to your own reputation, and you're going to like it because you're going to feel so proud of yourself. And that, my babies, it's going to be everything, because that is going to be the ultimate realization, the beginning, the start of an absolutely massive big change that is going to take place. And it's something that you waited for a long time. This is to do with your big win, my babies. This is to do with the big win. Okay, so your justice is coming, my gorgeous aquamarinis. This is so important. Yeah, keep it quiet, my babies, keep it quiet, stay humble, but your justice is coming. It's really important. This is going to bring the return of balance, and it's going to make you feel so much better about yourself indeed. But it's also going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing advice. The advice that you are going to have at the same time when you hear about your justice is not going to be directly to you. Nobody's going to come to you and directly to give you and tell you this advice. It's going to come from some kind of a guru, some kind of spiritual leader, to the completely different dimension, to the completely different channels, through the completely different expansion of subconscious mind, which is going to travel to you at the right moment, at the right time, through the right channel, and it's going to provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing opinion and realization that you've got more resources than you actually need in order to move on. When you're going to be wondering, what should I do, I can't do it, I can't move on, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, baby, no. Yes, you can. That's exactly what the realization is going to be. Your green light, the time to move on, time to change things, time to change your life without being fearful of security and power and the immediate future. Because now, my babies, you're going to have a big win. Your justice is here. It's yours. Amazing, victorious moment in time, and it's going to provide you with the realization that you've got more resources than you need in order to move on. This is so important, because it's the time of your own transformation. And it's most certainly going to reflect on you so wonderfully, and you will realize that you've got more than you need, unlimited possibilities. And this is something that is going to grow as the time goes by. You are going to be challenged this week indeed. Okay, when it comes to the things that you do, things that you like, things that you focus on, you're going to be challenged in such a way you're going to think oh no, I'm not too sure. No, baby, no. Just remember, stay committed to the task at hand. Okay? And one more thing I was going to say, when it comes to some kind of you were worrying about a certain family member. I'm seeing this quite a lot. You were worrying about a certain family member is actually going to have a really good news for you. Certain family member, it's going to have a good news for you. The family member that you were worrying about, you don't need to worry about anything. It's going to be absolutely fine. You see, it's going to be everything. It's going to be absolutely fine, and most certainly it is going to be a very important stage that person is going through. And certainly then, the things that were bringing him down and the things that you were worrying about is slowly going to come to an end. Okay. Another thing that I was going to say, you're going to make such a wise decision, my lord. You're going to make wise decision this week, and you are going to surprise yourself. But this is brilliant. This week is going to change everything. This week is going to help you to understand something very important about yourself. But it's going to be connected to the certain change and adjustment. Because if you don't make this change and adjustment, then you're not going to get where you want to get. It's going to take much longer. So it's all about you realizing that there is a change coming, readjustment, adjustment, but it's also at the same time going to require from you to just keep going, because most certainly the unlimited possibilities are going to be endless. But it's going to start an amazing and very healthy obsession when it comes to your future, which is on another hand going to re-energize you in so many different ways. And it's just going to become the beautiful, important, bright light at the end of the tunnel, which is also going to become the beginning of a meaningful experience. It's going to turn into an adventure. Wonderful, my gorgeous aquamarinis indeed. What else I was going to say? Sorry. when it comes to your actual oh yeah, one more thing. Do you know there is something completely different that you're going to learn about yourself? Okay, something that is missing, something that you should be doing, and something that is going to surprise you. Okay, and it's going to surprise you, and it's going to require from you to kind of like hold on to, and it's going to be almost like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm feeling I'm feeling like this, you know, I can't believe like I want to do this, you know what I mean? It's just like, be very, very open-minded. Be very open-minded, because you're going to find out something very important about yourself, and this is not only going to provide you with a key, with a very important spiritual key, but it's also going to change your life, my gorgeous aquamarini. Something that's missing, it's about to come into your life, and it's about to provide a picture completely different. That missing puzzle is going to change the whole picture, but so on another hand, going to be the beginning of the meaningful and absolutely wonderful experience, but it's also going to provide you control over a situation where you didn't have. Watch this space. For those of you who are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous aquamarinis, this for those of you that are wondering about health, make sure that you are taking organic acerola cherry powder in the morning. Make sure that you are taking organic acerola cherry powder in the evening. Glass of water, 1 teaspoon. Make sure that you are taking like vitamin D. If you can get it from the sun, that's fantastic. And if you can't, just make sure that you're taking from the natural supplements. And also make sure that you're actually taking something like organic spirulina from Hawaii. Very important, because it's going to boost your energy levels, and it's something that I think that you will benefit from. And also, because of cold and flu symptoms, I recommended organic acerola cherry powder. Please try to take it in the morning and in the evening, but it's also at the same time, if you've got like a little bit of sore throat, just make sure that you take a little glass of water. Don't take chemicals. Don't take those rubbish from the shops. Don't take chemicals. If you have a little bit of sore throat, take a little glass of water, couple of drops of organic tea tree, just gargle and then spit it out. You know, this is so good, and it's brilliant for your sore throat, you know, rather than taking chemicals. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor, check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you who are in relationship, an important learning process is going to take place. You're going to learn something very important about your partner, and your partner is also going to learn something very important about you. Watch this space, okay? Watch this space. At the same time, you're going to learn, you're going to hear an absolutely mind-blowing news that you're both going to benefit from. Okay, so now for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous aquamarinis, you see, this is really important for me to say, but it's just that basically you're going to come to terms with some kind of new stage, some kind of new process when it comes to your business, when it comes to the actual business acumen, when it comes to the actual excitement and the practical knowledge. The moment in time you expand this, it's going to be the moment in time when you realize something that you want to do that is connected to what the things that you're already doing. But that in itself is going to start process of a creation, in an amazing creativity that you not creation but creativity that you're going to feel at the same time. And this is also going to start the process of someone very special who is about to enter your life. So therefore this stage is going to be very significant when it comes to you making a decision, when it comes to business, or when it comes to like some kind of new direction. But this idea, it's that completely direction is going to be completely connected to the new person. It's very complex, I know, but most certainly it's part of this particular picture, because this is a rather sacred moment in time you're going through. Okay, before I do Piscelini, I will be 1 secondini. Okay. Bam, 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 da, 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 na 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 na. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 bye. Ba 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 ceiling. Bye ba 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 ceiling. Bye ba 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 ba. Bye 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 ceiling. Bye, 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 bye. My gorgeous Pisces, do you know what I want to say to you? It is all about coming to terms with something very important, okay? The significant part of your life is slowly coming to an end, and it's very important for you to learn to let it go. And this to let it go, it's also going to be an important stage, an important part of your spiritual process, progress, spirituality, which is at the same time karmically going to be absolutely mind-blowing for you, and it's also going to really activate your spiritual journey, because you're going to help your spirit to grow quite tremendously. So what is this going to do? What is this going to do? It is going to reflect on you in an absolutely mind-blowing way from the beginning of this week, because it's going to boost your strength, it's going to boost your instinct, it's going to create a really important stage of ancient healing wisdom, which is going to help you realize what? The truth, an important truth. An important truth, my gorgeous Pisces. This is what I need you to know. This important truth is so significant when it comes to your own transformation, when it comes to your own balance, when it comes to your own bravery, when it comes to your own creativity, when it comes to all those times that you felt like a little bit confused, a little bit drawn down. First you were like 5 minutes there, 5 minutes you were there, 5 minutes you were doing this, then 5 minutes you were doing this, and you were like kind of like having all these things on your mind, but you were like just kind of still uncertain what is maybe the right path, or what is maybe confusing you, what is maybe bringing you down, what is making things around you quite cloudy. This is nothing unusual, but it's very important for you to understand that there is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing realization that you are going to have, but it's going to come through as in form of the actual truth. The big truth you're going to realize, very, very important, which is going to take place on the beginning of this week. And the truth is about yourself. You know, the truth is about the certain things that you're going to need to change, but in particular when it comes to your life, you know, what needs the certain adjustment, what needs the certain changes, you know, and it's most certainly going to provide you with an absolutely wonderful feeling, in particular when it comes to your own satisfaction, when it comes to your own accomplishment and social relationships. Something is going to happen so beautifully that it's going to help you to understand this, look at the things from a slightly different angle, because this is the high moment of enlightenment that you are going to feel. So it's at the same time going to provide you with an inner peace. Absolutely fantastic and mind-blowing moment in time. The reason why you're going to have such an important inner peace is because the balance is going to be absolutely right, in particular when it comes to harmony and firmness, and that in itself is going to create this balanced force, and it's at the same time going to help you to realize and single out what you should be assertive about, what you should be assertive towards, what you should be paying attention to. And this is going to come in the form of a success, my gorgeous Pisces. You're going to realize this assertiveness, what to pay attention to, because at the same time, at the beginning of the week and especially midweek, it's going to pinpoint towards the direction what made you feel like successful, what makes you feel good, what you should be paying attention to, because this is something that is not only making you feel really good and ecstatic and really, really optimistic in your life, but it's also going to boost your energy, and it's most certainly the part of this wonderful change which is also going to bring you all sorts of blessings. So you are going to have a lots of little signs that you're going to need to pay attention to, in particular like with the numbers, sequences of the numbers are repeating: 222, 111, 333, 333, 444, 451, 331, 332, 337. You know, when the frequencies of the numbers are repeating, this is what I want you to do throughout this week. This is what I need you to do throughout these 7 days. Every single time when you see the sequences of numbers repeating, this is your spirituality speaking to you. Your guardian angels are speaking to you. Your universe is having a very strong connection with you, to you at the same time. I need you to look around immediately. And I need you to see, first of all, what you're thinking about at around the time, what's causing you the problem. But even more importantly, see around what you immediately feel attached to, what you immediately feel attracted to. You will be getting all sorts of informations and all sorts of realizations, which is going to help you with your own personal expansion. But above all, it's going to help you to get on the right direction with the peak, to the peak of your own radiance, which is going to reflect on your life, on your energy, on your excitement, on your power. This is fantastic because it's so good. This is the beginning of your transformation, my gorgeous Pisces. By the time we get to the last part of this week, it's all about you doing something absolutely remarkable. You're gonna do something, you're gonna make a decision as well, which is gonna make you feel so proud of yourself, so honorable, and people in your life are gonna feel so proud about you at the same time. This is just part of the really big picture, but most certainly about the gain, success, gain, and overcoming obstacles and challenges at the same time through the actual benefit and profit that you are going to have at the beginning of the week. It's all going to expand and redirect you towards the right direction. It's all about the actual things that you are in self-denial about, that you should actually pay attention to, because now this is going to be highly self-illuminating time, but at the same time it's going to help you to see things slightly further and to detach yourself from the situation and the people and the energy and the dimension that is actually bringing you down as and affecting you, in order like when you don't feel free and you don't feel like as freely to float enough. So therefore that's affecting your energy in a big way. It's affecting your power, it's affecting your manifestation, because without you realizing, you're blocking yourself from freely floating. And what does that do? It blocks yourself from things to happen, because you don't kind of push yourself enough. When that happens, because of uncertainty, you're afraid to go over the certain path, over the certain barrier, over the certain like a dimension, over the certain energy. It's very, very important barrier. It's very, very important to actually go through this, because it is just a significant part of your spiritual journey, and it's also going to be connected to the big change that you will be able to do. This is a highly victorious time for you, when you're gonna actually surprise yourself, my gorgeous Pisces. I'm seeing this all the time. It is just something from the past. You need it's again this connection with the past. You see, it's so important. It's emotionally very powerful time. So you're gonna feel strong connection with your past. See what exactly you are feeling when it comes to your past. Exactly what you feel drawn to. What is kind of like around that feeling. What time of your life that was. What was making you feel happy. And what do you think that it's going to be that you need to bring from the past in order to get the vision clear right now when it comes to your own rebirth, and most importantly unfoldment. Because the actual reflection from the past is going to bring you an insight with an obstacle that is going to come through and be shining really brightly at around the midweek, and you will see exactly what I mean, because that puzzle from the past is also going to provide you with the joy and honor and the security and power, because the resolution of the problem is going to come through this as well, and it's going to make a picture completely different, and it's to do with the miserable and sad time. I'm not saying you're miserable, but it's to do with the time that was dragging in the last 11 months, that was just preventing you to feel yourself, preventing you to move on because you were blaming yourself for not kind of thinking differently or taking things further when you could have taken them. So now this is all going to come back in the form of as an unfinished business, but it's going to provide you with an opportunity, but you're just going to need to dig a little deeper, in a sense, in a form of you looking at the things from a slightly different angle, which is of course going to help you to have a control over situation, strength, courage, and that in itself is going to boost your confidence, and it's going to make you realize there is an accomplishment where you wouldn't normally realize. Okay, this is how important this is. And this is going to make you realize a bit of a wishful thinking. Something is going to come to an end, but that doesn't matter. This wishful thinking is the stage of your life that didn't unfold and develop how you wanted it to unfold and develop, but it came to an end, so it doesn't really matter. It's great because it's immediately going to be flip-flop moment. Wonderful, beautiful, amazing, spiritual, successful, exciting, because this energy is just going to be very vibrant, and it's going to make you feel so optimistic, and immediately it's going to make you really sharp in many different ways. It's going to boost your energy, boost your confidence. You will want to talk to people, you will want to reconnect with people, you will really want to test the waters a little bit, you will want to enjoy yourself, because also when it comes to the boost of confidence, this is going to be very significant this week, and you will be able to project all sorts of things in a way that you will be able to control it. So if you fancy someone, if you like someone, you're going to be like, hello darling, I'm here. They'll be like straight away, like they will notice you immediately, But on another hand, it's the great determination, new initiative. You are going to have a great determination through the new initiative, through the new vision. My gorgeous Pisces, you're going to have a very important vision this week. My Lord, that vision is going to confirm so much to you at the same time, and it's going to boost your confidence because it's going to re-energize you. It's going to bring you fantastic determination, strength, activity, power, success. Absolutely fantastic, and most certainly deep emotional feeling, that you're going to have, because you're going to feel like a winner. Absolute winner. Your lucky number this week is number 69. Number 69, my gorgeous Pisces, is your lucky number. Just try to write down in your hand, on a piece of paper, on a pendant. It's going to help you to boost your energy. It's going to help you to connect to this energy. It's going to bring you luck, it's going to bring you clarity, it's going to bring you a boost of confidence, but most certainly it's going to help you to attach yourself to this energy even more, even further, which is going to make you brave and going to enhance your capacity when you need your capacity to be enhanced. Absolutely fantastic. It is just so significant. This week it's going to be crucial when it comes to your security and power, in particular when it comes to the actual luxury and culmination, because what is going to happen when it comes to luxury and combination, you will do something. Whatever you do, it's going to be right, because it's going to come out as a beautiful tree out of a tiny little seed. An amazing, incredible, mind-blowing beginning you are going to have, which is going to lead towards what? A financial opportunity. Absolutely incredible financial opportunity. By the end of this week, you are going to have an incredible, mind-blowing financial opportunity, my gorgeous Pisces, and this is also going to be marking an important completion, and that in itself is also going to provide you with a couple of options that you wouldn't have. It's remarkable, and it's just going to be so good when it comes to your own progress, because you are going to start an incredible time when it comes to the certain invocation. Look at the High Priestess. I took this almost every single time. It is such an important moment in time when it comes to these powerful numbers, the 17th until the 23rd of February, the 17th, it's a very sacred number. So it doesn't really surprise me that I took this card out so many times, because it's all about you realizing, oh my God, the time of your life that was making you very restrained, the time of your life that was like bringing you down, you maybe kind of stood along like on a certain path or in a certain journey without certain changes for maybe too long, okay? So now this is all about the realization, about the one thing in particular, what is bringing you down, because it's bringing you down way more than you can imagine, because it's frequently restraining you. It's very important to think about work-life balance. You have very powerful signs when it comes to the power of your mind. I said this, when it comes to the power of thinking, you can achieve quite a lot. So that's what you need to get. That's what you need. You must get it right. Work-life balance. if you're out of the balance a little bit, it's going to affect you. And this is all on you means that you're going to work out and find out really wisely and beautifully what needs to go, because something that's restraining you and preventing you to move on and be happy in your life, it actually needs to go. And this is why this is so important. The High Priestess, this card is very, very important, because you're going to make a mind-blowing, very, very wise decision, my gorgeous Pisces, okay? Absolutely important, you see. And this is also, please try to avoid the little contact, little battle. I need you to try to avoid little battle. Something negative is going to happen, but you are going to be smart, you are going to be clever, you are going to be brilliant, and you are going to rise above the situation. That in itself is also going to provide you with an opportunity and with an unfoldment, and this is all going to be part of this challenge, which means that you will be challenged. Somebody's going to be like, oh, challenging you, like somebody's going to like try to agitate you, maybe challenge you a little bit, and you, my little baby Pisces, you just rise above the situation, swim above the situation, and just look at them and like, no way. Just do not let any negativity to rise to kind of affect you in a certain way. So if you're challenged, rise above the situation, because at the same time this is going to provide you with an opportunity that you wouldn't normally have. At the same time, this is going to provide you with an absolutely fantastic success and opportunity almost immediately, and you will see exactly what I mean. This is going to be connected to an unfoldment of event, which is going to really reward you intuitively, but especially when it comes to success, money, finances, okay? Indeed. Okay, so what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Pisces? So now, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Pisces, you know what? Your legs are going to be quite sensitive, your knees are going to be quite sensitive, and your lower back is going to be quite sensitive. My Lord, your shoulders are going to be sensitive. So just make sure that you're sitting in the correct way. Make sure that you don't strain your back. Make sure that you're exercising a little bit if you can. Try to swim in the water. Swimming is absolutely fantastic, you know, for the body in general, and you're using muscles that you don't normally use. It's very important if you can. And also try to have like a little massages and things like that. And also what else I was going to say is like circulation is going to be a little bit difficult. So if you can just make sure that you take something like a flaxseed oil, organic flaxseed oil in oil form, organic flaxseed oil in a capsule, it's going to help you wonderfully with the dry skin. You have a dry skin and circulation, and also it's going to help you to concentrate. It's going to help you with the concentration and with your mind in general. Organic flaxseed oil is a plant version of omega-3 essential fatty acids that you get in a fish normally. So this is the plant version. So it's like it's good for skin, hair and nails, but it's also going to be very good when it comes to your own circulation. This is something I highly advise you to take. You get it in a capsule form or in an oil form. And also vitamin D, very important vitamin D for your bones, and also organic acerola cherry powder. This time I need you to take 1 in the morning teaspoon with the water and 1 in the evening before you go to sleep. This way you get maximum levels of vitamin C that you can possibly get. So it's going to prevent you from cold and flu symptoms. Very, very important to actually do. And also make sure that you're using like a aluminum-free deodorants. Please, aluminum-free deodorants, natural deodorants, and another thing, inside your gums, inside your mouth, your gums are going to be quite sensitive. So I highly suggest you to actually keep on taking organic acerola cherry powder, because it's absolutely ridiculously rich in vitamin C, which is going to help you with your gum healing at the same time as well. Make sure you use toothpaste without fluoride. Toothpaste with aloe vera and tea tree would be highly advisable. Same with the mouthwash with aloe vera and tea tree without fluoride would be highly advisable to use as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. On your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you who are actually in relationship, this is so important, because for those of you in relationship, this is an important moment in time, because this is a certain success it's going to happen, and that success is going to allow you both to actually make an important mind-blowing decision. The important mind-blowing decision is going to help you so much to be happy, to do what you wanted to do in a long time, but you were waiting for the certain moment, and that moment is going to happen slightly earlier career, success, good accomplishment, which is going to provide you with an option to do something really big, and it's going to help you with with your quality of life and your partner's quality of life. It's going to be helped as well through this situation indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I'm sorry, but there is someone in particular that is going to be around you. I don't like this person. Somebody's not having a good karma. Somebody's being a little bit negative. Somebody's having a lot of emotional confusion, and somebody is not kind of who they are. I'm sorry, it doesn't really matter. It's only going to be this week, so I just want you to be careful. If you meet this person, you will be able to feel this, because you're very deep, you're very spiritual, you're very psychic yourself, you're very intuitive. But just talk about personal things. Don't talk about personal things, don't talk about things that don't concern other people. I'm not saying you're doing it, but just to protect yourself from this person, because I don't like this person. Just run. There is going to be a little lesson that you're going to learn, little realization, that is going to help you along the line, on your own spiritual journey, finding someone proper. But most certainly this person is not the right person for you, so I would just run indeed. But otherwise, go out and meet as many people as you can, talk to as many people as you can, because this is going to be an important week when it comes to connections, but when it comes to friends in particular. Okay, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.